As we always do, from my location to your location, where you reside or where you domicile in this world, my warming greetings to you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depend where you are domiciled in this world. So, as I greet you and welcome to this program, I want you to welcome another person to join us on our today's program. So do not hesitate to invite one another by your like and your share button, please. As we are doing so, may Elohim Chukwukabiama, who lives in heaven, bless you and protect you, and also give you more what you will do to make that you support the movement that we are into at this stage. So please endeavor to join us. It is an open mic about the appeal court of our Prime Simon Ekpa Njoku in Finland. It is an open mic to every Biafran. This appeal court and the protest is a warning to all Biafrans. If you understand what Simon stands for, that he stands for moving forward, not going back. That he stands that we should achieve Biafra as a nation through the peaceful means of having our own nation, as you can see. So before we proceed, I see a big mommy Doreen, mommy Ojugo in the building. Good evening, ma, from my location. Thank you so much for joining us today. You are the first to comment. What a blessed and a wonderful day. Why we want able to talk, to say your mind, there's things when I'm playing the videos that I want us to discuss about. Those that are claiming they are they are BG, they are BGC, they are CRC, they are this, they are that. In this protest in Finland, did anybody claim? Did they claim where they are coming from and those who represent Abatobie? Nobody open mouth to claim they are fighting for Abatobie, but everybody remains silent. Everybody remains under one umbrella that's fighting for what? To restore Biafra. The Biafra that has only way to restore is through a peaceful redeclaration of a lost country. Is the only way to restore it. You are agitating, you are protesting, whatever you are doing. Why in Finland? I thought that, those who said that they are this and that, they will start fighting. But I heard it from all of them. They went to Finland. They respect the law. But I am coming from a different angle this evening. You respect the law of Finland. But for you to respect the law of how to achieve Biafra, that is only through full government in exile with a full cabinet member, and also through a only peaceful redeclaration of a lost nation, is how you can achieve it. It doesn't matter. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the owner of Biafra. Like Ojukwu was not the owner of Biafra. Simon Ekpa Njoku is not the owner of Biafra, but Biafra own these men. Biafra, as the message, are using them to fight out his way. As they are in prison, that was being arrested, that someone might take over the movement to prove that the Biafra, that these two men are not the owner of Biafra as a nation. So we will start from yesterday's protests to move on to the program. Why I said it's a warning. Look at how all of them was united, stand on the protest. Look at how they was united, stand on a queue line to enter inside the hall, and everything happened in Finland. You know, what I would take from something is not what you might be taking from it. I thought in Finland, this person will say, I'm in charge. You will not come here. You will not enter the court premises. You will not protest. Go away. You will not welcome in Finland. But every legal means of having a lost nation like Simon Ekpa Njoku is only fighting with, say, 5 years that he will restore Biafra. and you refuse to understand what he stands for. So on that note, as like I said, this is an open mic. I want Biafrans to talk. Tell me one thing you observe in this protest. Also, when we play the video, after we discuss the protest, after that, then we'll have some videos to react on it this evening. So the program is between me and all Biafrans this evening. So you can also enter and say your mind. I see you, Ogonaya. Thank you so much. James Njoku, I see you. Onyangosi, thank you. Adadin Ebere, thank you. Oliver Hillary. Oh, Mazi, good evening from here. Honorable, I greet you from here. So today's program, like I said, as I am playing the video, I'll put the link. So if you want to enter, you can enter and have discussion, and you can go out, depend where you are.
Protesting in Finland ahead of Simeon Ekpa's court case today, being the 4th of August 2026. So they are protesting.
We are now at the government house, the local government house where someone Ekpa used to work. Sometimes this is a city. So we came here, we marched from the market center to the government house to deliver a message before the hearing starts tomorrow. Biafrans are doing great. They're doing great. They're really representing. And we still got our visitors from the US.
These guys
sent by the International Freedom Coalition Group.
That the government or Finland government has released. You understand? So far, they must be released. They're not going to buy them. They must be released. No matter how the enemies are working hard, they must be released. There are people that have done worse than what they have done. That is where I'm standing. Okay? That is the area I'm standing. There are people that have done worse. So if they find the people that have done worse than them, don't let them fight. But since they are releasing them, using one thing or the other to say, okay, let us pardon them, then they must pardon these ones also. So they must. They must. It's not something to say must. They must. They must. No matter how long it's going to be, they must. If you stay in power today and say they will not be released, if you stay in power tomorrow, if you stay in power today and say they cannot be released, you stay in power tomorrow.
It's amazing. The sun is fully out. Heaven is shining on us, as you can see. So, Nigeria has sent 9,000 pages. It is all going to crash down by the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Because they know we are fighting a just cause.
Yes, like I said, that is the video. What did I pick up from this video? I picked something you might not be what you pick out from. I pick United. Then I was declared in Finland. I pick out that nobody said, oh, you are from Ngozarabeze. Go this way. Protest on your own. Don't queue on this line. I did not see it. Like I said, it's an open mic for Biafrans. You have the floor today. As we're analyzing this first video, we are going to analyze from one to another. So I welcome you, Mommy Ojugo. Please, good evening. Have the mic.
Thank you, Bertina, and all Biafrans that are watching. We've declared our nation November 29, 2024, and all we are here is to defend our nation. And Biafra has been redeclared, and there's no two ways about it. Those in the Finland, would thank them so much for making that possible, to be there. It's not easy, especially those that live very far from Europe that are there. It's not easy. And so we thank each and every one of you. And I hope whatever is the spirit that brought you all together there as a Biafra, that when you depart with with the same spirit, knowing that we're
Ex-
fighting for nothing
Exactly.
but but that Biafra, sincerely from the heart of hearts, knowing that you paid so much money for tickets, those that came from afar to be there, you pay so much money, your time, the danger being in the air and all those, even those that travel through train, nothing is easy. But you came there because of a man who sincerely, from his heart of hearts, want the freedom of his people. So let that spirit dwell in each and every one of us, especially those who are there present. You know, um, let
I
it be
need
something
something.
that let it be something that
Please
this
mute
person
your
is
mic. You're
interrupting me.
making the noise. I'm gonna mute your mic. Okay, I have. Go on. I muted the mic from here. Go on.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
so let that spirit engulf everybody, that is there, that they may live with such spirit of being united under United States of Biafra. You know, um, we're proud of each one of you that made it there, and thank you, Chino, and those of us that are not there. We hope and depend on you, media, those that are on the social media, to give us the update of what's going on in the park. Thank you so much, and I appreciate everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I started from the video of the protest, like our mommy said. I thank everybody who was in, even Adade Orama, because on the is Nagribu Gweze. I thank everybody who flew to Finland in one mindset of that you are doing this, one, for Simon Ekpa to be free as Prime Minister of United States of Biafra. On that project, I was watching closely. Even I was at work through our brother Mazakai to see if some people will say, no, you can't protest with me. You are not a Biafran. You are from Araba Fulani. You are from this and that. I didn't hear it from any of you. But everybody was in line, doing things with one mind. Like that is same one mind. You used to travel to Finland remember the first traveling to Finland in 2023. Then the second one, 2024, with one mindset. I am asking you, as you are marching together in this protest, and you are feeling the vibe of togetherness, of oneness, ask yourself, what has happened? What went wrong? Why are you not today still marching with the same mindset to achieve the goal of restoring the nation that you have traveled before to Finland, and the second one to restore this lost nation? On that, I want to give you this on the mic. Today is an open mic. I will be talking to with every one of us in every video for those who are in the building. So Igede, please have the mic and go on.
Maazi Chino, greeting to you.
Greetings from here.
Thank you so much for the great work Chuko Kika Biama has been using you to do. One thing about your way of doing things is that you keep dissecting things in a way it should be. In this particular category, this level you are operating, oh my goodness, how I wish Onyendo is with us. How I wish Obato Obie is with us. He could have still reasons to reason together with you, and also see that indeed we have some people like you that is still in existence in the time like this. But why I'm not blaming is that without their disappearance and what has happened today, I don't think someone like you could have be doing what you are doing today.
So I would really want to thank you. Continue to focus in dissecting, putting the culpability where it should be, setting the record straight on the path of the truth, using the history of which over how many millions of people is aware of. No matter how they turn their blind eye not to know what we are saying, if they don't know now, something that will make them to understand what you are saying and this explanation and this information you are passing out, something that will make them to know is fast approaching. They will not say they are not hearing all these things. In fact, not that you are reminding them over what they know, probably thinking that they have forgotten. You are reminding them for them to know that that thing they feel they know, our own generation have come up to understood, and that is why you are reminding them. I see what you are doing as a reminder to those who have the knowledge about what you are doing, but they are pretending because of the evil that they have done. And now, this thing, protest that these our people have gone to Finland to do, it's quite unfortunate that they are just, some of them are just displaying the levels of their ignorance and also bringing themselves and the eyes of the world with like, is it not the same people who travel to Finland who say they have redeclared their nation? Is it the same people doing this thing they are doing? Because despite that people have not come to say anything, they are doing the opposite of the declaration. But the world do know those that are doing the needful. That is one thing. Okay, look at some of the people that travel all the way to Finland in the name of protest. Some of them, I see them as a fault finders. Some of them going there in order all the grievances some of them bear in their mind. They have been looking for opportunity or how to march over that particular person who has offended them. Some of them travel to that particular place in order to attack. That is one of the things they are doing. You know, that is one of the things they are doing. So they went to that particular place. Some of them, they are not even focused on what brought them there. They are just displaying high levels of the levels of stupidity. That is what some of them were displaying in that particular place. You can imagine people some of them that traveled all the way to Finland, looking for a document that will make you, a legal document that will make you become what you're supposed to be before the eyes of the world, in order to have your respect and dignity. People have gone to the place and the nation have been redeclared and also have the document that can make you to understand to the whole world that I am now a citizen of the United States of Biafra legally, with a legal backup. The documents are there. The large number of the people that travel all the way to Finland for that redeclaration. Check the history of America and check the history of United Kingdom, the Great Britain. Check all of them. The large number that was gathered, I don't think US has ever gathered such crowd. The large number that was gathered, I don't think the Great Britain has gathered such number that USB has gathered. And those efforts were put in place. You can imagine. Obato Bie pulled the crowd. Over 1,000 people marched down to Finland. What was their purpose of marching down? Just for the redeclaration. Because Obato Bie say that if this document have not been generated, then it will be that we are still making noise. We are just a noise maker. Until we have a name, that is when we can stand boldly to speak anywhere we go. Now, that dream, that vision has been realized, has been actualized. Despite that, Obato Bie was taken away. That is why in life, you don't put all your whole egg in one basket. You will separate them in case if you lose this one, the other one will be there to function. That was exactly what happened. Sometimes Obato Bie will come out and tell you that what you don't know is better than you. Well, what you don't know is bigger than you. Some of the people are taking that statement for granted. Okay, now, exactly what you say, who have ever know that Dr. Ngozi Orabeze will be the one in the helms of the affair? He has never announced it before. But common sense of those who understand how the government is being ruled will understand that if a president of a country is not available, the chief of the staff is the person who will oversee the what? oversee the office of president, make some the necessary decision on behalf of the president. A lot of people have that knowledge, but because her name is Dr. Ngozi Rabeze, and already so many people have a lot of grudges against her because many people don't know, many people don't like her. In life, if you are sincere with whatever you are doing in life, there are people that are not in the organization where you bring all your mind, say, let me contribute my own. In that same organization, there are people that have negative mindset. Not that they are there because they want to follow your vision, they want to make right with you, they want to do things in sincerity with all their heart, but they are there either to find fault, they are there either to monitor and to pass information to the enemies. Some of them in that organization, their own work and their own duty is to supply information to the enemy's camp. What is their duty? Some of them, as you are gathering, some of their duty is what is to scatter. That is the sum of the work, their duty. So many people have been there in that organization. How many people have been there just to scatter? And Dr. Ngozi Rabeze have been able to understand the point and the direction Obatobie was going, the direction where Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was going. And they find out that this direction is the best way. This direction is the final answer to what we are looking for, we are yearning for. And all of a sudden, she brings all her mind without any compromise. She's a politician. She has access to any corridors of power. And yet, she used her resources to contribute, to make sure that we get to the level we are in today. My dear brother and my sister listening to me. Whatever you are seeing the people doing, displaying today in the public, uncovering their nakedness, I am not surprised. But my joy today is that the document have been generated and the documents is busy doing the needful. That is my joy today. So they can go ahead and continue to fool themselves. No matter what they are doing, such people cannot smell the corridor of the world leaders. They can't smell to it. No matter what, if they lie, let them continue to carry flag. Move on the whole of Europe, move on the whole of Asia, move on the whole of America. All the flag they have been using going up and down cannot give us anything apart from what we have done. And the document that gives us the name that we answer today is the legitimate government, and that is the government that the people of the world will respect when that document eventually gets to their hand or to their world office. That is the document that we respect. So the places today the USD government has entered, can those organizations be able to enter those places? The people that are giving a listening ear to this USB government today cannot so low in order to give a listening ear to what? To the what? To the organization. You can imagine that they were saying that the document had been submitted. My question is that how can you blindly submit a document without the people, the indigenous people, understand, or even populace half of what some part of the letter? You did not publish it for your people to see what you have written in that particular place. And that document was submitted.
Network. Maybe network. So before we had his voice again, let's wait for some while. Okay. Network. Get a son. Your network is coming and going. You can now we are struggling to hear you, or even we're not even hearing anything at all. It's from your network. It's from your network. You get a son. Network. So what I was saying before I hand over the mic back is this. Look at how that protest is going. I know why I pick up the protest from a person who is not supporting USB, or who is just a content creator in social media. And he also said a word that no matter what's happened, if Finland like there's a store of like, let's go Simon, but he must surely release Simon Eber. That people has committed crime, what more than Simon, which don't committed any crime, that all of them has been released, but you are holding them because of their black people. Okay, network has knocked the sun out. Let us go to Ogonaya. Please have the mic one that way from homeland. Thank you so much. Good evening from here. Ogonaya, are you there? Unmute your mic, Ogonaya. Okay. Ogonaya, we can hear you. You get a 1 minute. Let's our sister speak first. The two of you are from the same homeland. So let's Ogonaya, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, please 1 minute. You get this on 1 minute.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Can you hear
We
me?
can hear you loud and clear, Ogonaya. Yes,
Okay.
yes. We can hear you loud and clear.
Ndewo, sir. Ndewo.
Ndewo, nwada.
Anyị kwudosiri ike na ihe unu na-eme. Ọ ihe anyị niile na-eme. Ihe awa DPM na-eme, anyị kwudosiri ike. Anyị agakwa ahapụ ya o. Ndị ọbụla na-eme na nkịtị. Ọkwa ije a anyị bịara. Anyị ejechaa ya ruo na njede. Anyị ejechaa ya ruo n'ọgwụgwụ. Ana anyị ahụnakwa n'isi ya. I am so happy. I'm so happy today. I'm so happy because the long-awaited dream has come to pass and continue going. Onye ha chere that na ha ga silence, onye ha chere that na ka akpụta ya ka egbuo. Chineke nna emene ya vindicate. And otu ahụ Chukwu mekwere na ya vindicate, otu ahụ ka ọ ga-adị forever. Ihe ọwụ na ndị iro na-eme ha agba aka. Let me enter back. Oh God.
Yeah. Go out and come back. Yes, even the network is very bad. Okay, Igreson, please go back. Have your mic back again before she comes in again.
Hear me?
Igreson, are you there? Okay.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Can
are
you hear
hearing
me?
loud and clear.
Okay.
Yes,
Sorry.
loud and clear.
So please, like I was saying earlier, all these things they have gone to, you can imagine the protest they went is not properly coordinated. You can imagine, I observed something that none of those that went for that place was able to make a proper address. They were not able to make a proper and a reasonable address to send a message to the world. In the course of that protest they make, everything was done yeah.
No, Igre, see one thing. See one thing. I want you to follow this way. I thank everybody who is in Finland. Whether they really organize it very well. Nah, the thing is echoing seriously. It's echoing. So, Igreson, let's not go that direction today. Whatever they are doing here is creating awareness for USB. Take it like that. Let you know that's happening. One thing I want to see the awareness of together. They have used to do the protest. I was not hearing, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go on. Yes,
Sorry.
go on.
So, like I say, what I observe lack of cooperation, lack of coordinating of the protest. There was no solid and a sound address to send a signal and a message to the world, letting them know that what they are there for. They are there, in solidarity with Obatobi Some of them are just there having one evil motive or the other against those they don't even want to see their presence in that Finland. Some of them are just there as a pretender in order to cause chaos so that give a dog a bad name in order to kill the dog. That is exactly what some of them have went there to do. You know? Okay, look at now. Mommy Ada Simon Ekpa was making a video. You can imagine that busybody one stood up and then walked closely to that particular Ada Simon Ekpa, where she was making video. And then she want to, in order provoke her, in order to react. By the time they react now, through that video now, there's one of them will now come out and say, you can see what we have telling you about those so-called USB, and the people will tell you this is how they behave. They are looking for fault. That is what they were looking for. That is why that woman have to stood up. Somebody was in a far distance video you. If you want to video her back, why can't you sit down where you are and they on your camera and video? Why must you come close to her in order to video? So they have an interior motive. That is what they want, but with the infinite wisdom of God, she acted wisely without, she comported herself, Mommy at that time comported herself without any negative reactions. So there are fault finders.
Yes.
A lot of them have.
I'm going to it. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I said that video you are talking about, I have it here. We are going to play it.
Okay. So a lot of them went to that particular place in order to strike. They have been looking for the platform where they will operate from. They have been looking for something they will use to blackmail the USB government. They will now come out and say, see them just like, what are they calling it? Biafra Unite, come out to tell the whole world. You can imagine that they decide who go in and who go out. They will now assume that she was outside while the saboteur was inside. Now, only that was what he was telling the people. Whereas when she was making that video, they were all awaiting point where they will now usher them inside the court premises. That was exactly what happened. But look at Biafra will unite. He now came out through his platform to say that you can see that they decide who enter inside the court and who will not enter inside the court. Now that she's outside, and those people that he should send a message to the people for them to understand who those that are in charge. Whereas everybody, they were in the corridor. Everybody, they were in the corridor. This is exactly what I was saying. They are looking for a negative message they will pass out to the public and to the glory of God. They find that particular fault, but to the glory of God, no fault was finding. My happiness is that no matter how they continue to carry flag, no matter how they continue to pretend, no matter how they continue to do all their shenanigans, internet cannot lie. All their past and present are well documented. Some of you documented everything. At the appropriate time, you begin to play cinema for them to watch. Both their past and their present, and you now begin to put 1 + 1. That all but is hugging this one is you are waiting. He know each of them. He know their behavior even before he was arrested, before he was called for question and answer. He knew everybody. And Robert Obie is very much aware about the USB government. He's very much aware about the USB government. So they can continue to deceive themselves. They can continue to play what they are the game they are playing. They can continue to disgrace and to expose their true colors, who they are and their character. Okay, you can imagine when that video was coming, the one called Worry Sister stood up and begin to say, see them, this is Sabo. He called that Simon Ekpa Sabo. That was one of the intentions they brought to that Finland. They have been looking for a way to lay hand. And all of a sudden, that somebody, Biafra Unite, say that they should take this message to those of the representative from the USB, that you should take message for them. Biafra Unite, that is not out for the freedom. Biafra Unite, that is faceless, that nobody know him, is the one who want to control people. It's only the gullible ones. It's only those who don't know their left and their right that will now begin to support a man whom you don't know if he is fair or dark in complexion. You don't know. He's the one leading you, talking, giving you instruction and direction. Somebody like me cannot give a listening ear to a man that I don't know his identity. I can't try it. I can only follow the face people that bring their face, just like as you put your face in the line that I am seeing you. And I have a listening ear and I have a writing thinking faculty that yes, indeed, you are in the right path. If you are not in the right path, so I don't think I will be in your platform. From the day I subscribe to your platform, I don't think I will be in your platform today. Because I know the same vision that Mazin Namdekano have and Simon Ekpa and Dr. Ngozo Rabeze, the same template they were following, the same dream they were pursuing, that is exactly what we are pursuing as well. These are the things I saw. I say, no, when I see truth, I follow truth. When I see where lies is being peddling, I cut it off. And I mark, I know, and it is a saying that when you see those that are misleading you and you know them by their name and their action, mark them and avoid them. That is exactly what happened. Everybody growing up today, we are all adults, except some people have a particular interest. Some people have a particular agenda apart from the agenda Simon Ekpa have and they can have. And that is why they are doing unthinkable. My advice for them, after fooling themselves, let them remember history will not be erased by their bad attitude, their evil attitude, evil behaviors. They should also remember all their evil actions against what the genuine Biafras are doing in order to get what we are looking for. History cannot be forgotten. Everything is well documented. Anybody who is misbehaving should think about his or her children. Remember, you have children, and you are not going to live in this world forever and ever. Some of those people misbehaving today, it pains me so much. Some of them don't have conscience. If some of them have conscience today, they know very well that what is happening to us, and some of them have given birth to children. How can you allow them when they were growing? Nigeria have happened to so many of them. Nigeria has happened to so many on them. And why did they want to pass the baton of saboteur and betraying to their own children so that they will now be suffering the same way they were suffering? They want their children to suffer the same way. And some people took it upon themselves and say, we are going to make things right. Whether you agree or you did not agree, majority carry the vote. And indeed, majority carry the vote, and the majority are the one following the USB government, following Dr. Ngozo Arabese. So every other every other minority, their opinion does not count. I remember in the days of Moses, when Moses was leading the people out of Israel, there was a contest at that process. It's not everybody that appreciates the effort that Moses was putting in order to walk away or come out from the Egypt and then go to the promised land. It's not everybody that appreciates it. Upon the effort Moses was paying, the price he was paying, nobody appreciated it. But Moses was looking unto his maker. Moses was looking unto his creator. Moses was looking unto he that called him to do the work he was doing. And he refused to be distracted by what the people he was leading was saying, the negative things about him. He remained focused. And the Bible says, when the people mock Moses, they speak ill of David. It's not all of them that entered the promised land. It was a few people who understood, who followed Moses, who followed Moses to the end, that are the one that entered the promised land. I know that a day like this will come. Based on what I have read, the account of Moses, where he was fighting for the freedom of the people, it was not an easy task. It was not an easy race. He fight through both the saboteur among the people he was leading. They fought him, but God called him. Upon the effort they do in order to discourage him to put Moses down, they could not succeed because the hand of God was upon him. The same thing that happened to Mazin Namdekano, they tried to pull him down, but due to God in heaven, he's the one that called him. They struggled to pull him down. They struggled to kill him. But due to his God in heaven that called him by himself, that is why they were not all able to succeed. It happened in the days of Moses. They gave Moses names. They call him all manner of names. They label him names. And upon the name they called him, that does not move him. That does not make him to change mind. He continued to focus because he knew it is not man that called him. He knew that what they are doing is everlasting freedom they are looking for. He knew that God in heaven is in support.
I think network has come. I think the network. Yes, that is the network. You could go out and come back again like you normally do. Yes, on the video we just played, one thing I want you to get from this video, what is that? Even on the scene of this protest, do you hear anybody standing and marching in those about Fulani do not protest? That's Simon, you are from those do not protest, no matter whatever that they're doing in that place. If they can understand why they are here, and some of them that was here today, that was here yesterday, many of them was also in Finland on November 29, 2024. Many of them was in Finland. I'm asking them, this spirit that brought you yesterday to Finland to come and protest, through Simon Ekpa Njoku, what was the spirit that brought you on 28/29 that traveled to Finland? What was in your spirit? And why did you travel to Finland? Is all my question on this protest. Because the way you are seeing the president, I'm seeing it. If you can stand here and because of another man's country, obey their law and their rules, pretend that everything is okay, when you left here, you will start your madness. But to also prove to all of you that what he wants is togetherness. And the togetherness is only on that name, that united we stand, divided we fall. That is why all these divided is falling today. That is why I said that all the divided that are falling, if not for this protest, they are no longer relevant at all. If not for this, they are not relevant at all. You are maintaining and respecting the law of Finland, but you refuse to understand there is a law, that is a structure of law that governs how you restore a lost nation. And that is what US will declare that you hate. You call all kinds of names, like when the Israelites are moving from out of Egypt, what Moses, Aaron, Joshua passed through is what our DPM is passing through today. So if you can pretend here to resolve a Tobie, why can't you pretend for us to achieve recognition and went back to our own country, then you can be able to lay all your grievances. Why are you not standing on the truth? And why you know the truth and you are lying? You have your ulterior motive. For this protest, I am not seeing your ulterior motive. I am only seeing togetherness, that you want Obato to be out. But I also want to put it to you that in Finland today, they're going to watch me later or watch me right now. Obato was here also using the multiple dimension, fighting to this man Simon, Mazinandekano, and fighting to restore Biafra. Those in the PUK say that what they are doing is only concerning Simon not to be out. And I am asking you today, after all your protests, Obato finally comes out and find out that you never stand on that mandate that I asked our DPM to protect the mandate. So I am asking you, think as we are in Finland. Think as you travel to protest. Why did you all of you match the same line? Why do you not divide that and said, if you are from Gozarabeze, stand this way. If you are from Ogenkere, stand this way. If you are from BGC, stand this way. If from stand this way. Why do you not do that in Finland? Use your common sense. Advise yourself and stop your madness. So like I said, we have many videos to play today, so I am moving slowly on the second video. Like I said, the program is open mic. Enter anytime you want to talk to Biafrans, you are free to do that. The link is on our comment section. So please, if you want to join us, endeavor to use the link to join and tell us what you feel about the protest and what you observed from the protest to the court premises. Please. If you are joining, we want you to do what? To comment. And also like and share the program as you join us. It's an open mic, like I said. So let us see the second video. Is what I'm going to play right now. Yes, so Mommy Doreen is back. I think she has something to say. Now we are going to the second video, like I said. We are going to the second video, like I said. So let us see the second video. And tell me what you observed from the second video. Ngozi Obi Hebiko, please go out and come back again. So because your deserve did not connect on your mic, so I cannot be able to bring you in. Go out, yes, thank you.
Please, another thing again.
Listen here.
Tomorrow, why are those people there? Please be careful. Tomorrow, no picture, no camera, no video. Before police will take you from here. That is the way this country operates.
Just watch this video, listen. Tell me what you observed from the video. Okay.
As soon as you come, put your phone in silent. If you make some kind calls, they may take it. Please, this is the way this country operates. No selfie, no picture, no video. As soon as you enter here, so that you see, nobody stress anybody in this country. The police there, they don't even, they saw that.
You will still go out again and come back. Your deserve is not connected to your mic, so that is the problem. So refresh off your phone, refresh your phone, and come back.
We will go the same way and end up at the market square to dismiss, so that people can also see us again.
Tomorrow is 20. Have 3 sections. Section 1, section 2. Okay, tomorrow we have from the lawyer. I believe tomorrow, those that came. Because please, support this for ourselves. And mind you, police will be there. If you are coming here to do that, honestly, if I said, you go in with them. I say you not go with them. Tomorrow we'll see me in another we'll see me in another. But Simon instructed me that this protest should carry on. He was one that in the last wanted to do in the house. He said that we should do it. He plays there, he lives somewhere there. So I learned that so many people are saying something that we did. And he shared the list. Simon told me, I used to see Simon every 2 hours, mess up. If I don't go, I just keep I've never seen him. No, that came from outside. I'm not making them clean. So please, tomorrow,
One more thing.
Yes.
The people that have them. Oh, no, you must see it.
they won't allow that. They won't allow that. No, this
I hope you listen. Are you hearing it? Yeah, Mommy, I don't know whether you have time so you can be able to have the mic.
I didn't even hear what they were saying there anyway. It didn't come out very clear, but at least I heard them when the guy was saying they have to coordinate themselves very well, follow instructions strictly, and otherwise, I think he said they will be thrown out or something like that. I didn't quite get everything very well. Yeah, it wasn't that loud.
Yeah. So what they said is this, they want to bring confusion of that anybody who will appear in the court must wear uniform. And if you don't wear the uniform, then you will not enter inside the court premises.
Oh, why? Is it something new in the world or something?
That, when our people want to claim authority, they first bring confusion. But do you know one thing I pick from those on the stand? They said that it's not something that is not otherwise that they should come with a uniform.
It's not.
And he also mentioned if those that even come with USB something that they should remove it. That is when Pastor Rose starts saying no. That they will wear it and enter, even though if they want to cover it, that it does not matter. You see how they try to bring division. Because that's why I said, before I pick up some videos that I want to play today, there is things when I watch that I just observed. But there is what happened here. In everything they did here, do you hear all of them claiming I'm from BGC, I'm from CRC, I'm from this, I'm from the other one? Nobody is claiming that here. They stand in solidarity of Simon Ekpa, who is the prime minister, who introduced government in exile to us, who introduced redeclaration of Biafra for us, who made us understand that the only way that we can achieve Biafra is by having our legal document. And those in USB today have that legal document. After everything on this place they stand, try to do things, and they even had it from someone who was claiming that they are the one who is going to choose who will enter and who is not going to enter. What happened?
Oh my God.
All of them said that when the court
Stupid people.
so
Yeah,
we move. Let's
unnecessary
go
things.
to unnecessary things that don't matter. We have someone in the building. Let's welcome our mommy Ngozi. Please have the mic. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Nna one abata before. We say
Yes,
tie my phone.
in a change, yeah. See, in a change, YouTube will be very expensive. They're monitoring you. Once in a change, in them naga.
No mind them. Because na ka ata kuchapo m na nne change afa na abata. Abia nne logo dia ewu ni. Mada no reason okoya no na ihe ni.
Mommy Ojugo.
Okay, Mommy Ojugo nne m ekenekwa m gị.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon, nne. We thank God. Chino ekene m gị. Ụmụchukwu okike abịa ma ndị nọ comment section ekene m onye ọbụla. Ekene m Chukwu okike abịa ma kene onye ndu anyị our president Nnamdi Okwu Kanu. Kene our Simon Ekpa, our PM. Kene nwa Ada Ada jeje mba Dr. Ngozi Arobezi na cabinet ya. And I still greet Dr. Masanga. In short, today, obi dị ma nwere no matter ihe ndị fallback for plan B, plan D, plan C, plan Z. I don't care. We don't bother. Remember, bụ na I'm so happy today. Since yesterday, ihe niile na-aga ọfụma. And Chukwu okike abịa ma emekwanunu nke o ji bụ chi. And otu akwa ka o si wee mee November 29th of November 2024. Ndị ọgbayala ha itetinye ọgbayala. Chukwu na-ekwenchi everything. Si na ha emeche ihe nne ha na-eme. Ọ mgbe ha batazi ka confession dịbaziri ha. Ọnya maka ya adị na nke anya ekenene m ọbata obi nna no matter na afọ mmiri ọfụma mụọ m na onwe nke a sị ndịrị ya wepụta ọfụma bet afọ m ka ọ na smile na ahụ ọgụ ndị mmadụ. I'm so happy. I'm happy na kafa ha na ndị agba neighboring country bụ Nigeria they fail. Fail when woefully. Fail when nke a bụzi ha dajicha ukwu because our prime minister is coming out this month. Nothing will stop it. I'm so happy. Those guys there, mothers plan ya onwe ozi nke workrụ ha ni ma nke pụta just ịbịa ka ọ taa Ada Simon ma the woman no oke ada ka ọ bụ ọ na-achọ okwu ụwa niile fụkwa ihe si wee mebeti. Ekene m onye ọbụla kene our papa Obatobie. The man really show us love. He still show the son Obatobie Simon Ekpa love that come son and with you. I really appreciate that man. So nke ọzọzikwa ya dịrị ha ọ mgbe amechi abata and onye ọbụla another place everybody na ihe Obatobie gwa ha si ha kwụsị media war. Onye ndị na-eme media war ọ ndị another place bụ ndị na-eme media war. Anyị wa bụ ndị USB anyị nọ na-arụrụ onwe anyị ọrụ na-agbasa ozi ọma. Ọha nwa na-attack USB, ọha na-attack Dr. Ngozi Arobezi. Ngozi Arobezi anaghị attack ha. Anyị anaghị attack ha. Ọha nwa na-attack. I know the good ka ha niile ji wee n'other place. So Obatobie asị onye ozi ihe anyị Ifeanyị ya ji ezi ihe. Ozi Obiora ya ji ezi ihe. Ozi nwa mgbeke nwa mgbafu ya ji ezi ihe. Onye ọbụla n'ọdel si you push unu seize the media war nọkọta n'ọnụ ọ bụ na ọ ya ekwe ha abịa na USB but nke ọzọzi ọ gbasara ha. I thank God ihe Chinọ na-eme today because na ọ na-educate ya ụmụ Biafra and anọ m na school na platform Chinọ anọ m na school ngụcha njega ajụjụ na side ọ bụ na ajụjụ anwa njụ na ọkwa ihe ọ na-etichi ka onye anwa zam ifo na anọ m na obi m dị tranquilo so biko Chinọ nwe ihe nchọ ịjụ gị ịma na last time iwe program o nwoke isi kwute na n'obodo a nọ na o nwoke isi kwute abate IPOB n'obodo a nọ dị ka aka na ha cancel or revoke or something like that. The English upon them not notice we queen.
Yes, for now, we have got the document, but let's document or maybe fully. But information from 2021, UK Council tell us IPOB gradually at their place. They have banished IPOB on their place, but they are waiting for the agreement they has to 2040. They are going to implement that law, and so this law was implemented in 2021. That from 20 for the law has started. Nobody, not IPO, to protest or gather anywhere in UK of Biafra. That they are no longer talking about Biafra again. That is why they also fight that Oba they should take away. That integration will not happen because our integration has moved us from that level of IPOB to in waiting. So that country, that United Nation where you are seeing so, United Kingdom, they have banished and cancelled IPOB under their law. They have passed the bill, waiting for the bill to be manifested in 2040. That was their plan.
2040,
because he believe what I get in the Biafra. That is when you see our people who is fighting against USB today. I am looking at them and sometimes I will get angry every day because of when you refuse to follow the truth. That is why I say today, those in Finland today, they are respecting Finland law, right?
Yeah.
But you refuse to respect the law that will give us Biafra as a nation. And you refuse to follow on it. But you are today in Finland. All of you are sent. Everybody, and like you Sabatobi has told all of you, stop media war. Am I here for your media war? That's not why I'm here. Am I here to analyze you? That is why I'm not analyzing you, because analyzing because of the media war. So I decided that this is what they are doing cannot stop us. USB has transitioned to the international level, not local level. That is why we must transition with it. That is why I myself and Swokabian, who always lead me to also transition with you declared fully.
My brother, and one that Ojugo name. Is he what? Is he I'm on a space now. I'm on a space too. So because na grade me pay space late. So anya bata. So nkuche oku tank DJ every anya buchabo. So one boy batane. So in short, Chino, when you get Kubeti na asi chukwe kabia maya daru hinde na ihe Dr. Ngozi Orabeze melai. Ezoku. Because some of them Biafra they need and he had easy. Some of you Biafra they need na omadi possible. How more ni ha we obu no batu bie obu na ego adiro. Obu na Dr. Ngozi Orabeze ha na agba okwu. Na pale some of them na pale onwe like this. This woman and some of our people too, especially in America. Now fund that time over to be eh? Up 125,000, 30,000. If you can send Diego, all that 2 days I got a go now the mandate. Zitalo Batobia. Oja fast in everything because someone today will come because no lawyer Kobo is a freedom fighter, is in a soldier, you know, he knows everything. Woman today yabia. Open no go eh? Open eh? Na ota now asi Biafra ka agbakọta na ọkụ ọnụ ka wele ego na atụte ka we na-eme ya ka we na-epush ọ bụ na ego adịghị anyị ga-elu ebe anyị iru now no ọnwa million ka ọ ga-eji wee mee ya ka million ka ọ ga-eji wee mee ọkwa ego ka ọ ga-eji wee mee ya and ọ bụ na ego adịghị o tinyeche ihe a niile ọ bụ na ha bịa kpụrụ ya data maybe no February ka akpụta ọgbata obi ichi na m na gị ga-anọ ebe a and ọgbata obi aka nọ na Nigeria now and o wike sef ha ka gbugo ju because na onweghịzi ha eji nozi anything ha eji ọ bụ na ụmụ mmadụ wepụta onwe ha sacrifice onwe ha sacrifice ezinụlọ ha onwe ha deny everything. Look at ọgbata obi. Look at Nnamdi Kanu. Look at ebe ha nọ today. Ebe ha kwesịrị nọ because they are freedom fighter. But instead of people who come together and we plan B, plan C. Okay, look at now. Igafuna, although na everywhere the quiet since yesterday. Not today now. Worry sister. Na shine baby. At a secret confusion. But time to cook Biama. So ekenere Dr. Ngozo Rebeze very well kene ndị cabinet ya well eziokwu niile because na ụmụ Biafra ama ihe nwaanyị amela anyị no mgbe ya okay look at now na British na-eche 2040 how many years ka ọ ka fọdụ ọkwa for like 14 years isn't it?
Yes, there's just
okay. Yeah. So, na ya nweta ihe a now, no na Dr. Ngozo Rebeze epic courage and you declare na ndị a wepụ ihe anyị na-eme ime na nke anyị agwụna na abroad. Onwe ọzọ onye ga-agada again. Abasize na ya bụ terrorist. And onye gada ha kpụrụ onye anwa ụmụ Biafra ekene m onye ọbụla nna m Chino ịmanye na-ala ka ekene gị betinye nna ya Chukwu kabịa ma n'isi gị na ọ ya edebe gị ndụ debe anyị niile ndụ anyị niile ya anụ ụlọ jega gba egwu na ota onye ndu si wee prosper wee si na anyị ya aga na ọkpọ Arọchukwu.
Yes.
Wee na in short anyị agbakebe egwu how many days anyị niile onye ọbụla afọ ibe ya anya amaka onwe anyị. Nna m jisi ike anyị niile anyị kwụsị ike anyị kwụsị unu ike n'azụ onwe ihe na-eme ekenena m onye ukwu na onye azụ. Nna m daalụ hinne ana m egekwa ntị ka m bakwa na space.
Thank you. We are moving with our time because of what we have to do is what we need to do. What we are doing is our own, not any other person. What we are doing today is to be sure that you understand what is playing out. It's so painful that our people, knowing the truth and pretending as if they do not understand the truth. Because of what? They want to remain in position. You see this spirit of Nigeria that has entered our people. When after you have become a councillor, you want to become local government chairman, for local government, we want to become governor or anything and continue, is what is our people's problem. Now, leave it by the side, coming to the protests and what is happening in Finland. There is a very big lesson there. Those that even have left Finland, there is many things to discuss about Finland. And when we start hearing the noise, you know, as they are there to see our prime minister, now everybody is a good scent for our prime minister. But once they left from that place, the spirit of Nigeria that has possessed all of them will catch them up again. And also, I want you to understand one thing that is very clearly. That is only one thing that is very clearly in the eyes of law is usually declared, the government in exile, that officially, they call it what? Original government in exile. Which one is that? The one they use that word for is the one that have issued a peaceful declaration. Is what is the most important thing that I put refuse on that this clear part. How Biafra and how the world, the international community use and who their law backs up. When you see what is happening in Finland, even at this video I played right now, the volume was so down. What you understand from that video is that they want to start creating their rubbish. And the worst part is that those on the wrong path always make highest noise. It's just like they call bad piece of the gods that don't know who he is. Or whatever he may that little bit call himself. It's not by gragra. I said legal part doesn't make gragra. And legal doesn't talk. That is what our Ada Simon proved to her. That you are empty drone that make highest noise. And your illegality can make noise. That I, under usually declare this legal. No, I'm not here to make noise. The difference from between anybody under USB is clear from anybody who fall and fall and fall and fall. That is what they are doing. Those that sponsored Ogenkere Brigi, where are they today? What is those people that have sponsored Ogenkere? They are fall and fall. They are no longer with Ogenkere, right? As you can see, they have left. Some of them have fallen to the level of IPOB. Instead of moving forward, they are moving backward. They are moving to where? To backward. But in my intro in this program, I said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the owner of Biafra. Simon Ekpa Njoku is not the owner of Biafra. Is not the owner of Biafra, but they are messenger to the message. Because the message is what? Biafra as a nation is the message. And one of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brothers said, no, Biafra and that Biafra has come. And they are still asking, when is he coming? In solidarity with Abato Bia in Finland, is what happened. And they ask you that in Finland that are claiming you are Brigi, you are BGC, you are this and that. And those who claim that they are the one to choose who will enter and who will not enter. What happened? Every two opportunity that meaning nothing. However, want to make it to look like we are in charge. And today, and yesterday, you learn how to respect the law of country where you are. And the law could not allow you to make noise as you want. It is very, very imperative that you understand what is happening. That what is happening that our DPM is doing today is to use a multiple dimension. Because Master Simon never waited for Master Simon to come out before he formed government in exile. I hope you're connecting the dots. The same way our DPM did not wait for Master Simon to come out to come and issue the declaration of USB, which is the only legal part. Robert Obia was leading us to the legal parts, how to restore our nation. Robert Obia was leading us to this legal part, how to restore our nation. But you are envy, you are jealous, you are hatred, claiming position. You want to remain relevant. You want to be everything. Today has destroyed you. And like Papa told, yes, in his time we said, if Papa told you, Mazda cannot come, if Mazda cannot come south, Papa told you, we present what he has done. And the IPOB will present what they have done. The same way for Papa told you comes out today. For you who are in BGC, CRC, because the so-called Ogenkere, the automobile management in exile of Ogenkere, has moved out totally on their own part, not representing Obi anymore, and they have their own brigade on their own, and they are doing their own thing. But you who claim that we are fighting for Simon Ekpa Njoku, I ask you this question. When Obi was fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the word multiple dimension, have you heard it before? And he introduced that word to us. The world government in exile, have heard it before. Except that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu once said it at a time will come when we are going to form government in exile. And under the all international law, is only government in exile has the rights, the legal standing, how to achieve a lost nation with all the backup of international law and everything that we needed to make Biafras a nation, to return it back to ourselves, is by only this peaceful redeclared of our lost nation that has done on November the 29th, 2024, is the only way we can be able to achieve this our lost nation. So I want you to know, if you're a Biafran today, that everything you happen in Finland, creating awareness of mass, Prime Minister of United States of Biafra, is what you are doing today. There is no other thing you can do except what you are saying is happening today. Everything in Finland today is awareness for you has been declared. Everything you are doing today in Finland, I'm telling you that under the legal aspect of it, you are only creating awareness for United States of Biafra that was redeclared on November 29, 2024, is what we are doing. There is nothing that we are doing today. That is why I'm calling on you. If you know that spirit that made you to respect the law of Finland in these 2 days, my prayer to you that let that spirit conquer you as we are coming back. To know that the multiple dimension that achieve Biafra as a country, and also free Simon Ekpa Njoku, that Obatobia was using to fight for Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, Batu was using to fight for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to release him and to achieve the Biafra that we are fighting for. Not only to focus on the one thing, to release the leader, and when the leader comes out, the movement will start all over again. That is one number two, because Simon Ekpa Njoku removed from the movement and he implemented what? The multiple dimension. And he used that multiple dimension, putting you through government in exile. He used that multiple dimension, put you that the only way to achieve Biafra is when you have a document of a peaceful redeclaration of a lost nation. That this document is why you are not making noise, but without this document, you are making noise. And that document has been achieved today. And instead of you to set the document and stop making noise, you continue to make your noise. Because of what? You find out that you declared has removed you from the making of the Biafran people. So, when the Biafran people that you are seeing today, everybody is shouting what? Biafra, Biafra is what they are shouting. Everybody in Finland is shouting what? Biafra. And I saw those who carry flyers on their hand. What is there? Biafra. And that Biafra has been put in on a legal path. How we can achieve it, the only thing you can do is to kick against it and continue fighting against USB declared. And I want you to know that also, being in court has nothing to do with to recognize USB as a country. Said what? Be in court has there is no difference that you are in court. The difference is not going to give us Biafra as a nation. So what we are doing, that's why I told you what we are doing in Finland. For whether you answer Brady, you answer CRC, you answer IPOB, whatever name you answer there, you are creating awareness for you to declare, to prove to the Finland that there is a government. Wow. I have Mazi Greg, who was in Finland and returned today. Please, Mazi Greg, please have the mic. Thank you and welcome back. Thank you. Tell us, how do you see what happened in Finland? Please have the mic. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Chino.
Yes, so your voice is very okay. Right? Good evening.
Is it okay now?
Very okay.
Okay. I can forget map of the next maybe 1.5 hours.
Okay, people are from Finland. They kind of Finland. Wow.
I can on airport. Midnight flight.
Okay.
Yeah. That is so much.
Thank
my
you.
brother, just as I was saying last time, this time is not just as our PM want everybody. We don't attack anybody. We have not been attacking anybody anywhere, except when they attack, we debunk their lies and their insults.
Exactly.
United States of Biafra have not been attacking anybody. We only debunk their lies. So, yeah, just like I want to drop the little message, what I find out with the little time I stayed in the court. What I find out in the court is just like as you have been teaching all this while, that United States of Biafra is a government and IPOB is an organization. So, because throughout for the state 3 hours or 4 hours I joined in the court from the time I entered because the hall could not take everybody at the same time. So they shared it. Some people enter. So the next segment, other people will enter. So from the time I entered, and they was when they started going through all the emails. Our PM was sending, not email, all his tweets, all his
Okay, all
tweets,
the
all
tweets.
his tweets, all his tweets, all the tweets about the Liberation Army. That is what the whole discussion of the day was. And in that very tweet, you see that the PM was, keeping himself aware from anything that called Eastern Security Network, just as
Yeah.
our DPM is doing today. So in that his very tweet from 2024 or 2003, they go through all the tweets. I think the thing is echoing, but I think I'm coming out. So,
You are coming out clear. It's okay. We can manage
and
it.
in each of the question that will come out and each of whatever in those tweets, you will see where our PM was talking about Biafra Liberation Army, knowing fully well that he is talking about a government, an organized government, and that have nothing to do with the Eastern Security Network. One thing that I find out today is when our DPM now continue debunking the people who is talking about Eastern Security Network, now I understand. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
So those people who is talking about the Eastern Security Network is trying to criminalize our PM because had it been that Biafra was not declared, I'm telling you by now, talking about Biafra is not true. Talking about
I know.
anything Biafra is 100% not true. Because what Nigerian government wanted to do, in every response of Nigerian government, they will be talking about Eastern Security Network because they know the
And I
implication when they talk about Biafra army. They know it 100% very well. So now, and with what I understand, in my own understanding, that court is Nigerian government was talking about Eastern Security Network, knowing that IPOB is an organization and not a government. So they doesn't want it to respond or to come out as if Biafra or Nigeria is having anything conflict or war with the Biafrans. They doesn't want it. So even at a
yes.
point when some tweet, when our PM was asking them, why are you not talking about Biafra Liberation Army? Why are you talking about Eastern Security Network? That he doesn't have anything that called Eastern Security Network in that tweet. And that is why when DPM is talking today that we don't have Eastern Security Network, some people are still attacking her, trying to incriminate trying to, to criminalize what we are doing, trying to say that Biafra had not been declared, trying to say there is nothing like the Biafra Liberation Army. I think you understand where I'm going. And
Very
once
well.
you
Very well.
said there is nothing like government, there is nothing like Biafra Army, any other thing is terrorists. And those who have been coming to the media calling our DPM and that you are forming a terrorist organization. Those who have been calling United States of Biafra terrorists and all those things, 100% today I understand they know what they are doing. And if they're telling me if they swear with their life that no, they don't know what they're doing and they don't know what they are talking about the alliance. I'm telling you the facts.
Yes.
So, my message today is this, that we really understand that those people we are fighting against, causing genocide in Nigeria against the Christians, and what our PM was fighting was a just cause. Was a just cause against the people who are come to terrorize these people. So that is what all today's discussion is all about. And the people who is pushing the narrative of Eastern Security Network is they are trying to persecute Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the more and
Yes.
try to destroy Biafra totally. I'm telling you the truth. They were trying to push it into the world that the government, Nigerian government, want them to be called in international world, and that is what they are. So the earlier we continue to distance ourselves from anything called the Eastern Security Network, those who want to stand for Eastern Security Network, let them stand with their name, but not with the name of the United States of Biafra. That is the only little thing I want to add this evening before I proceed to my destination. We are not attacking anybody. We have been calling them to stop all their evil agendas and all their evil plans. And every day they continue doing the same thing. So I think and I pray that today and the rest of the weeks of coming to Finland will make them to know any person that raises himself again to call any person any name, you will know that that person is 100% what we have confirmed. I'm not trying to say they're not what they are, but sometimes when you catch a criminal, maybe he might have a rethink and stop criminality some. Or some will say they don't care, as they used to say, they don't care and they will continue. So we'll watch them this time again to know the direction and what their outcome and their broadcast and their media exposition was gonna be. So that is what I'm telling Biafra, that when Dr. Ngozi Rewe is continue talking, Biafra have anything like Eastern Security Network. He knew what she was and what she's still saying till today. So for today I raise my hand high for her, that she will continue on that right track. Let God, and I pray that God will release our PM, and when PM come, let PM and God judge every other person and judge Otungozi Oraweze and all those who are calling her names. That is my submission this evening. Thank you. I know you have already on the night, according to the time. And may God bless you.
Yeah.
Continue your good work. Bye for today.
Thank you, and safe landing whenever you are landing. We wish you very safe landing. No, you will go and come back easy. Don't you say. I want to thank you. Yeah, Wanda, go on.
Biko ka nkene Maazị Greg. Hi, Maazị Greg. Ekene m unu, darụnụ. Hey, obi juru m anwụrị. Anyị wọchiri unu mere ọfụma. Ọ na-eme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ọ na-eme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ka chi anyị na-eme. Ọ na-eme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ka ọ na-eme. Chino pipipi ure anyị emerigo ya. Anyị akwana mgbada nwụrụ anwụ n'isi ekwetana na ọ na-eme. Nna m gaba n'ihu. Ana m ege ana m ege nwada Margaret Jagwa na ọ na-enyekwa anyị the same story maazị nyekwa anyị now. Nna gaba n'ihu.
Thank you. The issue is this. Is UNC declared his only lifeline. Why Simon Ekpa Njoku still alive? And the master Nandekan. Those enemies are monitoring their allies, are pushing them to understand international law. And what gives Nigeria right on what they are doing is the name IPOB and the Eastern Security Network. What you don't is bigger than you until you decide to know it. I have one. Dogonaya, please have the mic before the network will drag you out again. Please.
Okay.
Have the mic. You unmute your mic. Dogonaya, unmute
Good
your
evening.
mic. Good evening.
I've unmuted.
Yes, I can see. Go ahead.
Ana m ekele onye ọbụla. Nwada Ngozi ndewo. Chukwu gọzie gị.
Ndewo onye ka ihe keneche. Jisi na ike na ikwunu n'azụ.
I'm so happy. Whenever you are talking like this, it's as if all the wisdom, you are just dishing it out. More wisdom, more grace. God will take us to our permanent place, which is Biafra. Achọrọ m ikene nwanne anyị nwoke nke kwuru nke nọkwa na Finland. I'm so thrilled. I'm so happy that at least I have heard from the horse's mouth, and all the analysis that he has given is actually the true facts. Now I have come to understand that everyone that is doing what they do, they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. And Nigerian government know what they are doing. And they are the ones that are pushing this narrative to them to continue to do what they are doing. Little did they know that there is nothing. Mazi have already said it, that nobody can destroy this. It has come to stay. It has come to stay. It's ordained by God. Nobody, even if they like, they should put all the forces together. He said they will never overcome, that Biafra must come. And we are seeing it glaring at our face. It's not only glaring, in fact, we have grabbed it. So it has come. By God's grace, very soon our two leaders will be out. And I want to also thank our DPM. That woman, in fact, anytime I remember what that woman did, I marveled because it takes only person that is in the spirit to be able to pick what that woman picked that day. Because it was a sudden event that came, and of which so many people will be perplexed, will be confused on what to do. But God gave her direction and she hit to it. And that direction has brought us where we are today. I always appreciate her. In fact, whenever I'm talking about her before people, I can't stop talking about the good work that God has used that woman to do, because he has saved so many people from destruction. Look at what is happening to us now that everything is like this, that at least we have somebody that are fighting for us up there, let alone when we did not have anybody, let alone when they destroy everything and hold our leaders. I don't know what would have become of us. But we thank God. We thank God. So far, the court appeal today went successfully, and that is that it will continue to go until our prime minister is out. There is nothing can hold him down anymore. In fact, when I was watching the process, I started dreaming the day our two leaders will be hooked out of that net. I said, God, how will it be that day? That was my imagination as I was in the office. I was just watching everything. I said, God, thank you. Thank you. And another thing I want to say is this. I now come to understand that every of those people that are fighting against our declaration, they exactly know what they are doing. They know.
Yeah.
No one of them will say they did not know what they are doing. They know very well. And they were heavily paid for it. And it was an instruction that was given to them. This is what you people will carry on, and this is what you people will continue to do. But they don't know that I see that every day is for the thief, but one day is for the owner of the house. And this is the day. The day has come. Every one of them will receive the evil which they have meted against people. So many lives that they have destroyed and they continue to destroy. I don't know, onye na-egbu mmadụ life nke gị gbara ya, ịgbanụ gị ya n'ekpe m, ịgbaghị ya
Yes,
na
so.
bottle. One day, that person, in fact, the person igburu egbu, his own life will be better than your own because you never know how you will go. You never know how you will go. Onye m sị ka ntinye ọnụ kelekwa ndị gara Finland and also kelekwa gịnwa Maazị Biafra TV. You are really trying. I was in Kai platform in the morning as they were deliberating. I just kept mute. I didn't comment. I just want to learn and listen to the wise knowledge. And that was also, I am learning too. I said, God bless everyone, and God has vindicated our leaders, and they will continue to be vindicated. We are all in high spirits, and we are waiting for that D-Day, and it has come, that every one of us will rejoice and glorify God for doing it for us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone in the platform. Auntie Ngozi, thank you so much, so much, so much. I appreciate you. Maazị Biafra TV.
Nwada Ọgọnna ya agwago m gị bifo ada niile ana m ekene gị ana m asị unu jisi ike anyị nwanụ n'obodo oyibo nne ike agwụna anyị ike agwụgo anyị chọọ iwepụta ihe anyị na-eri n'obodo oyibo ka anyị bịa dozie be anyị ka ndị nne anyị ka ha tụọla anyị ka ndị nna anyị tụọla anyị ka ụmụ nwaanyị dị ime ka ha buo afọ ime mụọ nwa n'udo kụrụ nwa ha na-ana n'ụlọ ndị gachachi university n'obodo ka ha nwee ọrụ ihe niile ọgbata obi a na-eme taa ọ na-eme for unu nwa for anyị nwa for our generation ihe niile Ọhamadike nọ na Sokoto na-eme ya ọ na-eme ya for one na-eme ya for our generation. Ife nwada ka na-eme today ọ na-eme ya for our generation, and gị nwa na-eme ya for generation gị. Nne m jisi ike gwanụ ndị nne si na Ngozi Chukwuka na-agwa m ha na anyị ya abịa na m ga-ewele aka ma na m ga-asa ndị nne ndị na-aga nweji arụ anyị ga-echeri ya anyị ga-apa ha bụkọ na ha taa n'afụfụ gwa ha na afụfụ nne m jisi n'ike ime na dizi ID card
I send them to so many people. They are doing, but the problem is this: the state more mistake. I choose the zoo state, but I don't know how it will be corrected because among the states, all Zimbabwe send them, Ada Simon send them. That our 40 states can be ebe my own state, Aba state, follow. So I'm asking Motun get way correct. I'm marry another one now, or can you get me?
you correct it. The government know what to do. In a due time, all
Yeah.
this will even the time we come, once we achieve our country, we are going to ratify everything. So don't worry yourself. Don't worry yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Read Biafra TV. One more question on Chorejo.
Yeah, go on.
Now, O2 audio time now because everything is so glaring. We are seeing everything. Now there is a contention between Eastern Security and Liberation Army. Now the people that is of Liberation Army, most of them did not want to join the new declare state, which is USB. What will be their fate? Because the narrative the government is pushing now is how to criminalize them. That is the narrative they are pushing. But thank God that we understand what they know and we are trying to push back the narrative to them. Now, so many of them is just standing. They don't want to rebrand themselves to Sorona Ihaneme. What will be their fate?
One is this under IHL that our DPM into, who is from the Geneva Convention. Any of them today that refuse to adhere to US declared, if Nigerian government catches them, they will be treated as just a common criminal and the terrorist organization. That is how they will treat them, as if this is the main terrorists in Nigerian government that are terrorizing the territory. That is how the law said when a government in exile, after issuing a peaceful declaration to prove a civilian government and a civilian country, that every old security or liberation must take instruction from a government in exile that issue a peaceful declaration that has removed them under the law of Nigeria to under international law, IHL, that our DPM has brought to lecture the Biafran elite squad that are for you declared. So in their own fate lies in their hand with Nigeria government. But any USB elite squad that was being arrested by Nigeria is going to be treated as a prisoner of conscience that are waiting to get a lost country recognition as a military of a nation, no longer a local vigilante squad that are under Nigeria as internal matter where Nigeria can use them to decide what to do with them. That is why I remember when I was doing the program for them, I was calling them out to stop and move forward, where they will have a backup law of the international community that will ask about the rights of Nigeria. But as they refuse, whatever happens to them lies in Nigeria government. It does not concern usually declared until they agreed. And after our USB has achieved recognition, they refuse. That is when UN use their power, veto power, to come to arrest any of them who refuse to hand over and they are submitted to the government. So the case is well open. That is why I'm calling to, or even that. Remember when I was calling Gento, calling Butozo, that this the dance of shame they are dancing right now, that they are going to cry for it at last. That I am doing this program then. Moreover, between earlier January, February, when I was on issue of security, military liberation commanders, and all of them, I was calling them to stop their madness and peacefully apologize and hand themselves over to take instruction from you as the government. That is where they have been saved. Without that, they are what? Rebel. They are insurgency. They are terrorists. That is what the law of Nigeria called them. And even also international law called them once they refuse. So that is how it is. That's how it is.
Ah, wow. Now, wow. It's better they listen to the voice of advice. Now it's still early for them. Because I was
No,
listening to a conversation between how they criminalize them and all those stuff, what they are doing in Osumohu, and they are heaping it on their head. Now, there is an avenue for them to rewrite those evil handwriting that was heaped on their head, whereas they are innocent of those things and they are still dragging back. I pray that God will help them to listen to this message and also have a rethink and return back. Because it's very, very unfortunate that you are looking for something and that thing
Sorry, network. 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 Okay, while we are waiting for the network, any liberation military that refuses to submit to US will be declared, you on your own. The law is against you. Once you refuse to join US will be declared, you are on your own. Go on, Adan Aogonaya. Or mute your mic. We can't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you. Go on.
So I see. Okay. What I'm saying that is very, very unfortunate that you are fighting. You went for a war, and you are fighting to liberate yourself or to win the war. And God provided a help for you to win the war. And at the end of the day, you won the war, and you still continue to fight as if you are still in between the middle of the war. That is exactly what they are doing, because God has given us the solution of what we've been looking for. Had it been that our past leaders was able to understand what Mazi Samolepa understood, as at the time he brought all this narrative and he instituted all these things to us, we wouldn't have been the state we are today. And the many people that have died due to our ignorance wouldn't have died. Because whenever I come across where they were showing us the Biafran war on internet, I don't look at it, because it makes my heart to be bleeding. It makes my heart to be bleeding. I have a grandmother at home. He used to tell us a story. He said the only son, he has only two sons, and one of the sons, Emma, died in that Biafran war, and he made that woman childless. In fact, the only son that remaining went abroad, and he never come back. Not until, even till when the father died, it was my dad that buried the father. That woman was in that shock till the day that woman died. Several of them in my kindred that lost their children in that Biafran war. That was how I got to know that there was a time there was war, and they were telling us the story of it, how they survived it. So I don't know, but thank God, I am so happy for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Samuel Ekpa, and also so much thrived for our DPM, because Mazi Simon Ekpa brought a different dimension. What our DPM did was to fine tune and deepen the dimension, so we have multiple dimensions. And today we are where we are. Glory to God, and also thanks to them for God allowing themselves to be used, because there are so many things that they put at stake, that if they had not succeeded of all these things, that was what they would have lost. But thank God that everyone is rejoicing today, and we will rejoice at the end. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. That's wonderful one. Always you on point whenever you come. That is why we always like to have you around us. So I thank you for being here with us today as we are moving on what has transpired in Finland and what I said that is a warning to all Biafrans. Obatobe has warned all Biafrans. Stop the attack and join the massive movement. We want all of us to understand that there is no other way, the only one way, the only one traffic way to achieve Biafra has been done and dusted. Whatever that you are doing, you on your own. For that question you asked me, I am going to play something out again because we have everything in our hand here. Just waiting sometimes for some question to come across. There is a law that protects every military of a lotion once they are accepted to work under government in exile. But if they refuse, the law is not for them. So on that note, let me connect to the big speaker so everybody can hear it. See how international law look at and how they put anything consigned when you answer this security network, refuse to join you to declare it. Listen to this so you will understand why this is very important. But I think before I go, I see Mommy Origin in our building. Please have your mic because it's an open mic to all Biafrans. Consign Finland and the one in number 2 will be sent to all Biafrans. Thank you so much.
Let me see. Is it open? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Loud and clear, yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for this open mic, our prof. Did you say you're rounding up?
No, I'm still here.
All right. Okay.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I
just want to say that I know that to Bapian or something because I plan to greet all our
minutes.
Okay, great. I want to greet our amazing patriots that went to Finland. There are 2 groups of them. The USB, our well-meaning Biafrans that went out genuinely, including those that went there for anything else. Also, I saw there was a man. I don't even know if that man is a Biafran at all, but he lives in Finland. He said he came for solidarity. That is, that I had goosebumps. I said, God, there are good people on this planet. There are still very good people. He may not be a part of Biafra, but I've seen that a man from his kinsman, someone that they came from the same place, was incarcerated. He came. To that man, I say thank you. And to everyone that came from all parts of the world for this cause, I say thank you. If honestly, I wish I would be there, and I know a lot of Biafrans would have been there if it is a walkable distance or if our jobs allow us. So thank you so much, Ada Simon Wanyoma. You represented well with all majesty, like
yes.
Ada Biafra indeed. Thank you so much. So quickly, Mr. Greg, thank you, Mr. Greg, for this highlight. This highlight is very big. It's like the answer to the puzzle to anyone that still thinks that USB, whether they are thinking it was a mistake or shouldn't have happened or could have happened. Now let me take us to a journey. This is the day. That's why whenever I come to talk to the politicians in Southeast and our elders, I talk with anger. I talk with anger because these are elders that the northern elders said they are in shock. They are shocked at how they sell themselves off and allow them and their children to be destroyed. The youth, the elders of Arawa or wherever, I don't want to mention names, the ones that are buying us, that want us wiped out, they use their youth to give a warning that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu said he wasn't going to, he wants his people liberated, he wants his people free. And the youth of the people that want to wipe us out said they were angry. Then the elders of those youths that want to wipe us out called our own elders and our politicians and said, see what your children are doing. In fact, our youths are angry. Our elders and our politicians went and held a meeting and decided to proscribe their children. I have never seen any abomination on the planet that is worse than that. That day they did that was the day they soaked every young child inside Biafra land with kerosene, ready to be lit up anytime. It does not matter what day. They can come at midnight, they can come in the morning, they can come when you are in a bus. They will come and pick that child out. They can do anything they like to that child because their politicians and their elders have stood out and proscribed their own children as terrorists. Now, you see what Mr. Greg said. Every time they keep calling, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa saw this and like put in everything. That's why that young man was working night and day and night. And people that have brain in their heads, which Dr. Ngozo Raboeze is one of them. And they were working tirelessly to see how to save us from being wiped off from the face of the earth. Because our sick elders and politicians went and signed and proscribed their children as terrorists. Tell me any child. I told you people of a day, when a teacher was in the bus with the student, they stopped the bus, came in, picked up how many boys, but one of the boys picked was the student of that teacher. And do you know they waited when this police and whatever, the people that at the checkpoint was interrogating these boys or whatever they were talking, the people inside the bus didn't know. This, remember, is a student, a child that has no clue, that does not even know the day or how. Did not know that it was his politicians and elders in his land that have proscribed him, that these police people had the audacity to stand and keep everybody in that bus waiting. The next thing, this teacher saw Okada come and the young boy was so light, she jumped out and said, that is my student. Where are you taking him to? Where are you going? The boy was shaking. The boy said, they said, if I don't go and empty all in my account, they will proscribe me. They would say I am IPOB and they'll put me in wherever you people know that place, they put them and they disappear. The woman screamed. I said, I know this is my student. That was how that child was saved. Do you imagine how many more that these our evil criminal elders, by simple proscribing their own children, while things are happening around everywhere. Now, let me tell you why they are come to Indo swimming and all the fallbackers. You know, this one fall back, headlong, somersault. They can never fall forward. It's only backward to oblivion. Why they are doing that is because they want to make, you see how they have cooked up. That is why this man, what is his name? All the people that concocted this fourth generation IPOB and DOS, they must tell us what they have told them. Because so long as they have made Mazin Nnamdi Kanu as the head of DOS, ESN, and all of that, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is still liable to whatever they want to do to him. Do you see the evil? These people, that the only thing, they give them script to read. When they give them script to read, they don't even know what the script is all about. Does Mr. What is that his name?
I don't even know his name. I don't want to know his name.
Yeah, okay. The HOD, Chris Nwogu. Does Chris Nwogu and Solomon Ekpa, because I have their list, does he know that that seat he is sitting on is signing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to die? Because if they are still, now today, it is open that if you are under a government, you speak as a government, you speak government to government, you do. Where the day Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze went and redeclared Biafra, peaceful redeclaration, that is the day we all are saved. And that is why she is insisting that everybody go and get that citizenship certificate. Anybody touch citizen of Biafra under the government, and they will not get away with it. And by that I say, God bless Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze. God bless Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze. God bless the womb that gave birth to that woman. God bless her generation. Her children will not suffer. She has put herself in a place God will always look at her children and will show mercy to her children because she went and redeclared Biafra.
You say
the land, the sea, the waters will show that the children and her generation, all her generation will not suffer as far as the earth remains. Because she saved lives. She saved generation. She saved the kingdom of God. Because what was going on was evil giving birth. The people that are thriving inside that contraption called Nigeria, if you can die, if you can let blood flow, they give you position. If you can proscribe Biafrans and Igbos and sign them what the devil has planned, then you can take a position. But she saved all of us. God bless Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze. God bless Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who created this opportunity for us to be aware of what is going on. Only that Indo Swimi went and cornered him. We move on. United States of Biafra is the lifeline. Anyone that wants to continue to you know what my happiness. You see all these people that read scripts, they don't know that part of the script that is given to them is a script that they will be buyed, and they are reading it because go and listen to them. They said whoever they give them money, they now ask them, they tell them what to say. Go and ask them. That is why you see someone that has no brain in their head and they come out now with their mouth. Everything you see that come out of their mouth is smelling. And they are so proud because somebody is giving them big money and they are talking rubbish. Anyway, I rest it there. Thank you so much, our professor. Thank you for giving me opportunity to say a little bit.
This is our platform. You must have the place at any time you want, even if one is for 2 hours. This is our platform. We must give the chance once it's an open mic or whenever the Biafrans are here. There is one thing I think of it today, and I begin to research why Nigeria continue using ESN and the IPOB. They said the organization is what gives Nigeria right to sentence or to wipe away a group that was being declared a terrorist organization. Simply mean IPOB is a trap to wipe away every indigenous person. On that, Nigeria has their law back them up that no country can interfere at any cost. They call it what? Internal matter. Highest, they call it what? Weather, climate change. If you see what I had when you're using organization for a very long time, the danger that the danger of using an organization like IPOB is that he will cause mass arrest, mass killing, terrorist organization, insurgents organization, and giving every citizens of that particular region a bad name to be killed or to be fired at all time and any time Nigeria wants. That is why they said that if Nigeria start mentioning Biafra or USB, it has become country to country. That any day Nigeria mention Biafran military, it has become a military, so they don't have the right, and under that, they have already accepted that there is a military of a country called Biafra. So that's on that. They do not have a single right, both under Geneva Convention and all the laws that back it up said that organization is where a country that you are fighting to exit has power to intimidate you, to by force you, to arrest you, to wipe you away, and do all kinds of human rights abuse on you because of what? Their local law is what they use to treat you. That the law of the UN prohibits any country to intervene into a matter of a group that are protesting, agitating on that they want a good government, that whatever happens, remain an internal matter. I said what. So this is why IPOB is using ESN, using IPOB. That is where the law back them up. When it's come to a peaceful government in exile that issued a peaceful declaration, they don't have any legal backup. That is why they will not mention USB with their mouth or Biafra military. Rather, they will be using the name of that wall that they have right. That is a trump. The IPOB right now is a trump to wipe every Biafran away, because anyone that was arrested, what are they using to charge the person? He's a member of IPOB that was being declared terrorist organization under Nigeria law. Our people are there, refuse to understand the truth. That is why I said that when men undermine the truth will hold them and bring them down. And had I know, we fool everywhere, which is the ignorance of the law that can never be an excuse. And that is what where IPOB belongs. So anybody who answer IPOB organization, that is why for me, when our DPM tweeted in the meaning of IPOB, for me, I refuse to say it because of what I have seen, that even mention IPOB is giving me a bad name. That the world is not using that way immediately. They will look at it, IPOB, that was being declared that by the government prescribed a terrorist organization. Okay, that is where you're from. The world are not understanding the way you and I see. That is why I am being careful. And under IPOB, a pure Trump, under ESN, a pure Trump to wipe every youth away in Biafran land. That is why our elite squad and Biafran, elite squad is Biafran minutes this time around are only legal parts, how to maintain and respect our posts and leave them to work for Biafran people. So anyone talking IPOB, you are a demon. You suck the blood of the Biafran people. That is how I address them this time around. Because of what? That is what gives Nigeria power. And Nigeria continues using it as they like. As they like. Yes, like I said, if I release the mic, there's okay, go on. Go on.
Okay, what I want to say is this. This new appointed leader, encoded, they say is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Because me, I strongly believe that Mazi did not appoint anybody. Because number one, even though Mazi appointed anybody to head IPOB or whatever they call it, they were not telling Mazi what is on the ground. And even if they are telling Mazi, they were not telling Mazi the truth that the Biafra has been declared. Because I see this IPOB as a death trap against him. because so many activities that happen is what Nigerian government is using against him. And now they came and republished the same activity again so that they will continue. But I know it will not stand. I don't know if Mazi Christ, the new appointed leader, understand this narrative, this law that you are interpreting now based on the organization. Because there are some statements he do make whenever he's giving out whenever he's talking or he's saying something on the media which is ought not to be. I think he should be educated, if at all that they want to be educated. Because I believe if you want to be a leader of something, you should understand what that thing means. And if you want to occupy any position, you should really know the technicality and the situation revolving whom you are representing. Because every one of us is clamoring for Mazi to be released. And they now came out and say 100 men and started shouting ESM again, which is this ESM that is part of what they prescribe. The Mazi Samuel Ekpa came and flushed out and rebranded them to Biafra Liberation Army. And people still come back and start talking about ESM. I see it as appalling, because if they understood this law that you are just interpreting, explaining to us, and we are understanding it one after the other, and also with our brother that was in the court in Finland, the narrative that Nigerian government are pushing, if I know that they are endangering Mazi life the more, they are endangering his life the more. Because if Nigerian government could be pushing the narrative, it has to be on us to debunk it. It has to be on us to rewrite it. And I thank God that our DPM is doing so, and he's doing this massively, because each time he keep on emphasizing there is nothing like ESM. There is nothing like ESM. Anybody that is pushing the narrative of ESM is pushing the narrative of Nigerian states, is not Biafra. So I think the man, Chris Nwogo, should really understudy the position that he is handling, and also to know and understand how to navigate it when Nigeria push their narrative against Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, before I release the mic again, there's a question you ask about ESN or work with usually declared. Listen to this, because I want to use, just because of you asked the question, I went in to bring it out where I came to. I already researched and placed it somewhere. Listen, let us listen to this. Okay, for the why we must distance ourselves from that name called ESN. Listen.
Under international law, the status and treatment of military leaders or armed groups who refuse to submit to a newly declared government in exile depend on diplomatic recognition, command structure, and conduct on the ground. 1. Classification as a non-state armed group, NSAG, or dissident faction. If a military leader or militia refuses to accept the political authority of a declared government, international law classifies them as an independent non-state armed group, NSAG, or dissident armed force under Article 1.1 of Additional Protocol 2 to the Geneva Conventions. Loss of state representation. They are viewed strictly as non-state actors, not official representatives or armed forces of the government. No automatic combatant privilege. Under the law of non-international armed conflict, independent armed groups do not hold combatant immunity or automatic prisoner of war, POW status if captured. 2. Legal consequences of non-compliance. Category: international law application, legal status. Domestic criminal law. The recognized government or local governing authorities retains the legal right to classify independent armed resistance outside its command as illegal armed groups, insurgents, or mutineers under domestic law, criminal, illegal combatants, international humanitarian law, IHL. Even if they refuse to obey the government in exile, the group remains bound by Common Article 3 of the Geneva Conventions and customary IHL. They must strictly refrain from targeting civilians, taking hostages, or committing war crimes, bound by customary law and Geneva minimums, international sanctions and designation. If the refusing military leaders use force independently, establish illegal checkpoints, block peace agreements, or commit human rights abuses, international bodies, such as the UN Security Council, can place them under target sanctions or designate them as peace blockers. Sanctioned/peace obstructionists. 3. Diplomatic and authority thresholds. International law prioritizes effective control and diplomatic recognition. If international states recognize the government in exile, the host nations and international bodies will deal exclusively with the government in exile as the legitimate legal authority representing the movement. Armed leaders who refuse to align lose access to formal international aid, legal weapons procurement channels, and diplomatic representation. If the military leader controls the territory, de facto control. If the government in exile has political recognition abroad, but the non-compliant military leader controls the physical ground, international law views the situation as an internal conflict or power dispute. In this scenario, foreign states may urge mediation, but the armed group remains legally vulnerable to domestic prosecution and international isolation. Key legal takeaway: a declaration by a government in exile does not automatically grant it physical control over independent armed factions. However, under international law, military leaders who refuse alignment operate outside the state command structure, stripping them of political legitimacy and reducing their legal status to independent armed groups subject to international humanitarian standards and domestic/international legal liability.
I hope you had it clear. I have this
Yes,
I
sir.
just bring this one that when these men refused to work with US declared, you had it here under this. He said under this Article 3 said under Geneva Convention, they are insurgency, rebel, and a common criminals. That is why when Nigeria captured any of those who claim the ESN, they will just bulldoze them, they will just fight them, nothing happens because the law that's supposed to back them up, if all of them surrender that USB, is not for them. That is why Nigeria is hunting ESN, those claiming ESN, serious, because Nigeria has a right under this law to hunt them down without wasting time. That is why the government is doing everything possible to hunt them down. And they are dying on their ignorance, as you can see it here. The same thing for us that now, instead of you to accept that I am a citizen of USB, you claim you are IPOB member. Once you are claimed IPOB member, the law of that prosecution of a terrorist organization is still holding you to today. So on that note, I want to bring Mommy Happy Women in.
Can I add something before Madam Happy goes in? Sorry, Madam Happy, let me just make this contribution because I'm leaving. So, let me tell you why the Nigeria states, the Nigeria terrorist government have been succeeding. They are using our own people to carry out any kind of, they use them as proxy. Nigeria government do not really, if you people watch during that Peter Obi when he won landslide 2023, if you watch the proceeding, the court proceeding, you would throw up. Everything, every evidence known to man, they brought the evidence. Now I know why no court could pronounce Peter Gregory Obi as president, because he's IPOB, whether he likes it or not.
He's IPOB.
He is indigenous person of Biafra that has been proscribed. And number two, because all the written and unwritten, do you know why they exclude Biafrans? Ndibo, that side of why they exclude them from Security Council is because everything that they do to undermine and to propagate this kerosene soaking that those governors proscribed their children. when they make those decisions, they don't even know what they ask them. And by the way, they don't even do. Remember, there was one that said that they asked him to go and BOMB one of the areas where he is governor, and he was telling the people, I don't have a choice. So I have gone there the other day. I saw children. I went back. Can you imagine? So anybody that is still thinking that this is a joke, you see, this redeclared Biafra saved living 80 million people and their generation. And today, you see, you also watch during the it's not the court proceeding. One of the things that Dr. Masanga made us know is that go and read all the evidence. Instead of, Nigeria government didn't show up in court today. What did they do?
Yes.
They don't have to show up. All they need was go and recruit one, per Dr. Masanga, you can't say what, you can't make inventory on a house where you're not living in. You can't do inventory in a house you don't have access to. This person that is given, that Nigeria government employed to bring out the evidence, they now went out, he said it's cooked up investigation, cooked up intelligence, corrupt witness. Everything was cooked up. Why did they do that? Because there is nothing to present. Now, that is why they are waiting for those swimia. All these people, they gave money and gave script to be reading. You go on internet, you see our people reading script. They don't even know what it means they are reading. To be honest, some of them, they will tell them to keep shouting, Ngozi Araboye is a terrorist. Ngozi Araboye is a terrorist. That she shouted. Do you know why? Why they sent her that? She does not know that it is, as she is shouting that, she is pouring kerosene on her head. She is pouring kerosene on her children. She's pouring kerosene on her generation, because as they gave her that one to be reading, they gave someone else in DOS to start make sure that men on the ground, give them money, make sure they remain, because those men on the ground are evidence. They now give another one script on what to do and blackmail that this is what ESN did. ESN may not be there when those things are done, but because this is, cooked strategy to continue to perpetuate and continue the agenda of wiping out a generation, these people are there. Now, Manyoku, now good script. Some of them, the script will read, you see this script, as I'm reading it, it is telling somebody to go and buy somebody. But they don't know that that script they are reading, there's somebody that is going to be quiet is them. But they are reading it. Because they were not there when the script was written, they don't know it was them that they are asked to come and buy. That is the danger of being a saboteur. That is danger of people not being alert. That is a danger of people not knowing what they are sitting on. And if we know what is good for us, everybody go and get your certificate of citizenship. This battle is on. We are seeing to the end of it. We move on. United States of Biafra has been redeclared. And we have a government. That government protects us. That government have everything it takes to keep a people alive. And that's where we stand. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mommy, Madam Origin. Thank you so much. Let's go to Madam Origin before I make some comments. Go on, ma, please.
Madam Happy, you may.
Sorry, Madam Happy, you may. Sorry. Yeah, go on, please. Madam Happy, may please go on. Madam Happy, may you please unmute your mic. If you are there, unmute your mic. Your mic is muted. Unmute your mic. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Yes, I want to say this before Madam Happy May will take the mic to every Biafran. I myself have tried to invite Aloye Jimako. Even as of today, we are still chatting on WhatsApp. I am trying to invite. Why am I inviting? I want to, in fact, before even inviting him, I have changed him difference between government in exile and organization like IPOB. There is nothing that I have never sent to Aloye Jimako. Trying to invite him, let us talk. Let us see the way it is. He's still undermining to answer me. He's keep on posting me why he's doing what. That is why I know that Aloye Jimako know what he's doing by trying to keep him as an Kaniscoto prison. Well, before I continue, let me welcome Madam Happy Ume. She's back. Please have the mic.
Yes, my brother. Ajujuncho, thank you for all you do. My sisters in the comment sections, in the studio, Madam Origin, and the rest. Ekenekwa mono. Ndị ada anyị ji eme ọnụ. Biko nu, with this thing, because my question and my contribution was going to be around that Ejimako and what have you. So, but Chino just mentioned it. The fact that you have given that information to him because he's the lawyer. So I'm going to take it a little bit further because this month of August, I want us to focus more on offense than defense. Knowing what these people, because that's where Nigerian government, the Fulani, the British are advantage for us. We know that all these things our people are going to do, and we come here, we talk about it. No, we are not going to only just talk about it. We are going to put up a wall to counteract their action. That is what I want us to begin to do. Now that we know that, I know one of our sisters said that, "Niye believe na MNK, Gwandi Aifefa Nalo." Yes, you can assume that, but what is there any other way we can send our, just like Oluchunwa God went to see PM, any other neutral person, no, gwa MNK, ifenemenu, then gwani the outcome of it. Because after all, if they are still allowing people to visit him, or is it that they are only allowing government people, or are they screening who will go and visit him? I don't know, because it's a bongo. Anything can happen. Are they screening? Is it possible? Can only one person or two people, or everybody try, select enough 10 people from different states, Kafaje no, independently. Open and find need assistance to go there. Can you because more I don't know, and I cannot say what I don't know. But to put this to rest, can you not know? Because that these people, all this matching they went to do now. When they went to go and meet up at Tobia, we want to do matching. You didn't know their intention. You didn't know that that is what our people do. So once we know the MO of our people, to feel important, to feel that they are doing something, eye service, we all know all these things. So when we see this handwriting on the wall, we try to, instead of just hammering it that this is what they are doing, let's capture them. Let's play.
Network. That is network from her side. That is network. That is network.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah, it's coming out.
Okay, so we know when you look at the places they went to go and announce that thing. They were trying to make it look like, oh, we're not in charge. Oh, look at the lawyer, we are in charge. Oh, this one, oh, we're in charge. We know their trade. We know all these people. So we have to find a way to counteract it and don't just be only on assumption. I applaud you, Chino, for saying that the lawyer you have met, you've told them, you've done your own. At least, open up, fasten us, let them come, let them have their press release anywhere in the world and say it's a lie. Okay, what if it mean? So open up with another.
Lawyer Maka sim correct, sir. Not all the lawyers Maka right me sim. This is a pure correct. Yeah, that is what how he replied when because even up to today, I see forwarded him again another different research about the IPOB calling for that UN should come and conduct referendum for Biafrans. That is not possible. I sent to him, he told me he's correct. Also, I showed him again that the only people who can call for referendum that UN can answer by through diplomatic document is only USB, the government in of USB. Or so I'm all correct, sir. Proving that he knows this and he knows.
Yes, but if but why will he still? But he will still come out and say Nnamdi Kanu said, Nnamdi Kanu did not say. To reduce this Nnamdi Kanu said, Nnamdi Kanu did not. Imam Befana Puta Simon said, when Oluchina went there. You see that he has reduced. Yes. If we can make it a point of duty, can you select here 10 people from 10 different states? Nada bongo. But if there's a way, if I put us there here for queer, so that Madam Malu, because you see what they were trying to do is because in MNK case, they've cornered him. No source of power, which is the same thing Mamadou Abu and co wanted to do with PM, but you see how we handled it. But now that Nafa corner gear, 1 year ne accord in cause on a carpet nisi now call Elina TV, now call Elina social media, which is their right. They can be coelier, they can be doing whatever they want to do. They can even be doing the organization, but let them remove MNK said, MNK did not say, because there are still some people, because of the emotion and the thing, they cannot differentiate the two, that even when we say no, when we question our leader, does not mean we don't respect or we are fighting his position. Because offended by my position, just like I said on Space the other day. You see, fana putana social media na this last one, any one of them put agwagi, even a law in that those new quarter 4-quarter group, any one of them put a sigi nefa for a man non alive imprisonment nefa project anyiwenaka to help. They don't say that. None of them will come out and do, because they just want to start with the status quo. We know that. Despite the fact that we know that, we have to find a way to let them know that you can go ahead though and be doing that, but for the love of God, Makachukwu Okikabiama Bikonu, Rapunwo Kemi Anona, life imprisonment. Unu John, you're wicked, your heart is wicked. When will you stop using him? So that we can go and hear from his mouth, because they can go and there's a way they are going to present it. You say, okay, maybe okay, go ahead or do this, so that we can manage this this thing, so that it does not look, because what they want to do is this divide and conquer. Which I admire the DPM strongly. When these people wanted to start that shenanigan with PM, you see how she stopped it and said, listen, when they want to start, want to do like they are doing with MNK, oh, you can't go and see PM unless you do this, unless you do that. I have gone to a country to visit somebody, but mine was in the hospital anyway. A country I'm not a citizen, I don't live there. You just go to their embassy. But you will not expect that. You mean to tell me that people do not know this? That all these people that they have no rights, that we can even sue them. How can you say in a Luna prison na Finland, because that was exactly they want to make choose. Nobody cannot find na control, and nobody can go and see PM. But you see how we handled it very well without any misunderstanding or fighting. So let us stop fighting defense all the time. Trying to just explain. Let's find a way, because we can assume MNK will know that all these things they are doing is verbash. We know, but we still need that reality to stop it so that we can come to their face. Kanu self putakuo. These people that did this shenanigan meeting they did, yes, you are an organization. Go ahead with your organization. You people want to continue with that organization, go ahead, but leave MNK out of it. Okay? So that's just my my contribution. I hope you can still hear me.
Yes, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Yes.
I can hear
Yes.
you. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I joined. I couldn't join from the beginning, but I just joined, and this was a question I wanted to come and ask. I know you've talked about so many things. I will go back now and watch it. I just saw Ada Simon Ekpa on your listing. I hope everything they went to do in Finland is going on well.
She's acting as a professional human being, not local human being. When the ghosts are making noise, you will see her walk away from them, proving that she understands that she represents legal under US reading. So she's acting normal.
You see how we counteract that now. No, you can dance naked in public for all you want. We don't even look at the statement they are saying. No go na this thing because of their ignorance, because of oversabi. You're not saying it's already in custody. So what you will say is that release him is not guilty. But you see how they conflict even their statements. And that's what I was saying yesterday on Space. I'm going to still say it here. Another thing we can do, because we have to do something in another way. If there's anybody in Finland that can help us with their local radio, their local newspaper, their local TV station, can you go no your course just to go do 5 seconds or whatever, just to flash it or say one or two things about him, so that the people, the locals there will know what is going on, and also bring it more into the open. Instead of, I said even before when because that's how we would have counteract when they were saying we are the one doing this, we are the one we are now the one that opened the prison and close it, open it in the morning and close it. When they were doing that shenanigan, this is what would have I expected that USB would have organized to do, so that when they are making that their noise, will be a group now will be doing that to show that this is not just Ibiame Mpotu, because they are going to do all these things now. You don't know what they are telling people to scam them just for this. You don't know until later. Now we'll still find out. Because you and I know that when we're going to do well with this thing as their livelihood. Now, coyly, that's why they want to go back to join IPOB, undermining the danger of that. You know, they don't care as long as they are benefiting. Is that not the Nigerian mentality? If the governors care about their people, would they be doing 100% of the things that they do? If the elders, if the elders understand the danger of what they are doing, they will not be doing 100% of what they are doing. But also in the back end, remember that all these things is orchestrated. Or they can divide and conquer. Remember when Gumi said it? And remember that since after Gumi said it, even before the Fulani group brought out how many million to capture MNK, then Gumi now came and said, instead of sending their own people to go and die, that they should arm their own ourselves to be killing ourselves. Is that not what he said? And Udene and Co got up to take that challenge. So, Biko, my brother, thank you for all you do. Once we know their MO, instead of just beating it up, let's counteract, have something more physical, more progressive to counteract that action that we already know they are going to do. Because at the end of the day, people cannot give you what they don't have, no matter how much we want them to. And secondly, when somebody shows you who they are, don't try to justify why they are like that. Just accept it and find a way to protect yourself from their shenanigans. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate whenever you come, all of you, the Biafrans under USB. Yes, thank you so much. Then going forward, I want to tell you, those in the comment section that are complaining about Cecilia and Pedro, they are at backstage. What they are commenting cannot correct. That's why I'm not mentioning their name. Unless you is drawing me into their attention that they are here. For me, I'm not seeing them because I keep them on my backstage. So whatever Cecilia, Pedro is commenting, it's not appearing in my screen. It's only appear on you. That is, I know how I put them there. So they will think that they are commenting. I'm seeing it. I put them on a black stage. So if you are watching my program, their comments will be appearing on your own screen, but it's not going to appear on my own screen. That is, I purposely put them there. You see Cecilia, I put to Cecilia, Pedro, and all of them at back of my black list. So, but I leave them in a way that they will be commenting where they are, but the comments cannot come to my screen. So, but you as watching me, their comments will be appearing on your own. So what you will do is to block them on your own YouTube. Then they will not appear in your screen again. They are not here. I can't. They're not on my. You cannot see anything Cecilia is writing here or Pedro. None of them. So they're just on their own. So what we are going to what our mommy said. All those things has been going on, but you know that USB don't make noise, and they keep many things secret. So the enemies will not know what we are doing. The reason I know that I have told Aloy Jimako, if anything happens to Mazen Kanu, you are going to give us Mazen Kanu. You must give us Mazen Kanu because I have sent you all the evidence. I have called you out, see what you have to do. He refused to do it. And I want to understand why our DPM always distance USB from Internet Security Network. There is a reason why our DPM always distance this government out of ESN and all those who consider Biafra Liberation Army. Those things, there is danger and USB. And our DPM also has proven that nothing like ESN, because we are a nation waiting for recognition. You cannot use a local vigilante. ESN is a local vigilante. I remember the question a lawyer asked me, can I tell him difference between Sunday Boho security and ESN? I proved it to him. I proved difference between why ESN are being facing massive attack. Because somebody who formed them no understand. I am informing them for that in the future that they are going to march as Biafran army, that they refuse to march today, that local vigilante cannot be present when countries are going to recognize you as a nation, because these are the things that they are going to look after. They are going to check if you have military. They are going to check if you have police. These are the things that they are going to first ask you before they can be able to recognize you as a nation. Now, let me give you an example. What it means now that US will declare that has already been making headway in the world. Distance themselves from ESN. Listen to this.
When a recognized government in exile, GIE, explicitly and publicly disassociates itself from an independent or non-compliant military faction, it creates a formal legal barrier under international law. This process, often referred to as disavowal or distancing, has critical legal implications for both the GIE and the military group. 1. Immunity from state responsibility for the GIE. Under the International Law Commission, ILC, Articles on responsibility of states for internationally wrongful acts, specifically Articles 4 to 10.
Listen.
No attribution, a state or recognized government is generally held legally responsible for acts committed by its armed forces. By formally making a...
I hope you had the area say that no one here ESM not commit. I get it again, you declared. No one here was sign afa. That is all about Obi also was not mentioned ESN, because you under this local vigilante that where Nigeria has right to do whatever they want. Listen, we are here. As Preston, we bring it out for you. We are wasting time.
Declaration of distance. The GIE establishes that the military group is not acting as an organ of the state or under its direction and control. Article 8. Protection against liability. If the non-compliant military group commits war crimes, damages foreign
property.
You
hear the word non-compliant military. Tolerance of those who are answering ESN, because I use the word of my research. I use the word liberation military refuse to work with the government in exile that issue a peaceful declaration under international law. How can they describe it?
Or conducts illegal blockades, the GIE cannot be held legally liable or financially accountable in international courts, such as the ICJ or Permanent Court of Arbitration. 2. Legal status of the military group, total loss of combatant immunity. By disavowing the military faction, the GIE deprives them of any claim to official state authorization. Reclassification as illegal non-state actors. The military leaders and fighters are classified strictly as an independent non-state armed group, NSAG, or insurgent force. Loss of combatant privilege. True combatants under
international army that refused to work with you declared. All these names are what he had it under international law. Under international law. They are the one calling you all these names, not me. Not me. I am not the one calling you names.
Humanitarian law, IHL, have immunity from prosecution for lawful acts of war, such as standard combat. Without recognition or alignment with the declared state authority, their actions, e.g., carrying weapons, detaining individuals, firing on targets, are viewed under domestic and international law as unauthorized violence or unlawful acts. 3. Diplomatic and financial consequences domain. Impact of GE distancing, asset and sanctions control. Host nations and foreign governments will legally isolate the non-compliant group. Financial assets held abroad remain accessible only to the recognized GIE, while the military group faces freezing of funds and targeted sanctions. Arms embargoes and logistics. Under the Arms Trade Treaty, ATT, states may only lawfully supply weapons to recognized sovereign entities or authorized forces. Disavowed military groups become subject to international arms embargoes, making any weapons transfers to them an illegal trade. Criminal liability and ICC jurisdiction. While the military group remains bound by Common Article 3 of the Geneva Conventions, its leaders lose any political shield. If they engage in conflict, their commanders face individual criminal responsibility before host nation courts or the International Criminal Court, ICC, for illegal warfare or war crimes. Summary. When a government in exile distances itself from an uncooperative military force, it insulates its own diplomatic standing and legal liability while stripping the military faction of legitimate status. effectively legally reducing that faction to an isolated non-state armed group operating without international or legal backing.
Are you hearing it? There is no legal backing for anything called ESN. There's no legal backing for any armed group that refused to work under US declared. Our people's stupidity and ignorance, the world is also letting to that this is not an excuse in the eyes of the law. And our DPM is making it openly for all of us to understand that he understands why he was in Finland and what he's doing. Like I said, I'm going to play another last video before we call it a day today. I'm going to play another last video right now. So before we call it a day, it's very important that I play this video of Obatobi in Finland. Let's find the video. You guys to play the video. Yeah, hold on, let's have that fresh. Now, I want to understand that the case of Obatobi has moved away from the local to international. It's no longer a case of just Finland alone. Because of what? Because of US declared. You see, because of that, this name, United State of Biafra. That is why the case has changed in all way, and we're going to see what will happen. That is why I want to understand that whatever you see our DPM tweeting today, saying at any time, is the only way to have our lost nation back. So, and you see Obatobi, he is hugging everybody. I said what? He is hugging everybody. Please, Amy, open your video before I bring you on the stage. I'm only the one seeing you. Please, if you can open your video, that is only how I'll bring you on the stage. If you not open your video, I'll kick you out. Open your video, Amy. Open it. I'm only the one seeing your video. Okay. Okay. You can close it right now. Close it. Close the video. Close your video before I bring you on the stage. Close your video so I can bring you on the stage. Yeah, good evening from here.
Okay, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Okay. You can go on with the mic before I continue. You can go on. Have the mic. Go on. Sorry, why I asked to open the video, once I see a name that I've never seen before,
Okay.
I open it because enemies are trying to kill our page. That's why I have to open the video. Before I bring you to the stage. You can go on if you want to say anything.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody.
You're welcome.
Okay. Am I coming out?
Loud and clear.
Thank you. Okay, I want to greet all Biafrans, all genuine Biafrans. I want to greet everybody. Good evening, good morning. Depending your time zone. So I want to use this opportunity to thank our DPM and Mr. I want to thank all the genuine Biafrans that are in Finland for our PM. I want to pray that the Almighty God will bless them. They will get their reward in the name of Chukwukabion. Yes. So this evening, I just want to let Mr. Masanga to know that all those people that are threatening him are the paid agents of the Nigerian state, especially the terrorist Nigerian government. So it shouldn't, they are immaterial, they are inconsequential. You don't count them, even though they bear, you should know that those people are the ones that the gullibles that the Nigerian government could lay hand and give them, pay them to cause havoc. They know they cannot threaten, as a government, they cannot threaten Mr. Masanga. So they now use the people that are available in their shenanigans. Those are the people that are using to do all sorts of nonsense. So I want to also thank you people that are there for us. I bless God for you people because a lot of fake people are out there, especially the one that call himself master prophet. It's not a prophet. It's prophet. It's master prophet, as one of our sister used to call him. So, Radio Biafra TV, USB Research TV, I thank you enough a lot because the eye-opening research you're putting up there is trying to remove all the doubt and all the lies that you people should be there. And I also want to thank our DPM for giving us in the whole land free ID card. I am so happy. I thank you. I thank her. So I want you to send my greeting to her. I want you to help me to thank her for giving us that opportunity, that ticket, ID card for free. If it were some people, it would have cost us a fortune, in those days. And I want to say it categorically that this was one of the problems that our leader Nnamdi Kanu had with was extorting money from the new Biafrans and doing nothing. So, but now he is conniving with Bianca Onu. I want to make it clear to everybody not to call Bianca, not to add Ojukwu in Bianca's name because she has denounced herself, going contrary to the belief of Ikemba. Is a very is a is, I don't know how to say it. So now let she should be addressed as Bianca Onu, not Bianca Ojukwu. Bianca Onu. So right now he is conniving with Bianca Onu to rubbish everything that we are doing. You know what he could not do, and I know he's doing it well. Why not support the person? Our leader Nnamdi Kanu says that if anything you can do to make sure that this thing come to pass, you should do it. So, and he is not against anybody doing even anything better than he could do. So, but these people, they are there putting up false narrative, giving our PM bad name, saying all sorts of evil things because why they could not do what he is doing. the new dimension move. It's a very good move. And these people, seeing that they could not do anything, they are there now working against that. I want to tell you that all the problems that you are seeing today, all the people that you see today, working against USB, they are from that camp. So, but notwithstanding, I want to thank God for the people that come out in Finland to support our PM. Whether they are doing it by mission or by commission, I thank God for them coming out. But the warning I want to send to them is the enough is enough. They should stop any false narrative.
Thank
Any,
you.
they should stop it.
Yes.
Our PM is a good man. He is fighting for the freedom of his people. The Nigerian government know the terrorists where they are. They are even the people that are funding them and supporting them, in that they want to Islamize everywhere. So they shouldn't put up that false narrative anymore. We all have known the truth. The truth is all over the world. But I'm sorry for the people that are keeping quiet, wanting everybody to kill us, wanting them to kill us, to finish us. Hello, am I coming out?
Yes, you're coming out loud and live. You're coming out. You are coming out.
I'm coming out. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So I am sorry for the people that are using them trying to finish us, but they cannot finish us because we are the tribe of Israel. They cannot finish us. God is out there to share them, to bring them down. So thank you, my brother. May God bless you.
Thank you. This is your
Right
first
on.
time call and
May God
you
bless you.
speak so eloquently
Let
of the
me
thing
drop
that
the
we are
mic here for other people.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you for coming today to join us and lay your voice. So Biafrans has had it. We are on a right track. That is why always my word. Do not panic. We are on a legal path. And this legal path
Yes.
is what we have been missing since over all
Yes.
this while. Now that we're on this legal path, some challenges may come, but those challenges is not end of the road. These are the things that we will conquer, we will pass before we can be able to achieve it. Our DPM stay, there's no English from her, stay the course. You can watch her stay up to the course at all time. The only way you are shouting today, you are free to talk about Biafra, is by surprising of you already declared. When man propose, God dispose, and when God propose, no man will dispose. This is what happened in our own case. So I want Since to understand it clearly that only this way is the way out for Simon Ekpa Njoku. Only this way is the way out of our president, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Take it or you leave it. And I have also played to you here under research many countries that when their leaders was arrested, that those outside they quickly issue declaration through government in exile, start seeking for the front of the nation. And through that means, the apple was released. So I may ask you, don't you know that Biafra will be only true legal we are going to achieve it? That Ojuga has tried to knock Woto did not work. This Woto, Ojukwu knock this Woto when it is time to knock Woto. And when the law is all about Woto, this 21st century is all about law. It's all about documents. It's all about pen and paper. That is how you can achieve it. So stop messing yourself up. Stop using your hand and beginning your grave while you're still alive. It's very important at this stage. So, as you are seeing the video I just played about Obato Obi right now, that is why I pick up the video. Because of what? Let me play it again. Now you see Obato Obi, he's selecting those he will give hug and those he will not give hug. No, he welcome everybody because he's a man who understands what it means that what we are looking for. That is why he moved us to the government in exile. So I want you to look at Obato Obi, and as you're watching this video, you have been in Finland. Ask yourself, why, in what way did I travel to Finland, the first one, 2023, with the September something or the other about? Why did you travel to Finland in the first place? Is my question. As you are seeing Obato Obi. Then, after you came back, he was preparing for you to come back again, and it was taken away. What is Obato Obi preparing that will bring you to Finland? What was something that he said you should come to Finland and come? Let us do it together. What was that thing? These are the questions I want to be in your mind as watching Obato Obi. As Obato Obi is talking to Chiamaka Ajera, I want to ask you, if Obato Obi was in Finland and he's not talking about Biafra, are you going to be in Finland? The first and the second that he was there. As Obato Obi is hugging you, I'll ask you, what makes him to call you to come to Finland? What happened? Have you done it? And today you are hugging him. Why you are against the instruction he gave? That Ngozi Orebele should protect the mandate. That she is a surrogate in your own eyes. And what happened? Instead of you to accept this from a man you are hugging like this, you are against his plan, his structure, his belief, and how to restore Biafra as a nation. You want him to come out and start from square one again. And because our DPM said no, Obato Obi will never be supported to Nigeria government, because if there's
those people are fools.
Yes, they are big
Those
time
people that
fools.
want him to start afresh again are fools. They don't know anything.
Because they want to remain relevant.
Don't know anything. Now, there's something I remember now. I want to.
Go on.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go on, sir. Open mic. Go on. We are hearing you.
Okay. Thank you very much. You know, am I coming out?
Yes.
Am I coming out?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. You know, in those days, this man at Olo tell us that that UN gave him 15 years to run non-violence, and then he will get what he wants. And the 15 years passed, and he's still coming up to say that UN don't do anything. UN will give him what he wants. UN will give him what he wants. And until 20 years, and he's still there. And people are asking, why did you go underground then? You are not saying anything. We are not seeing anything on the social media. Nothing is happening. What is happening? And he was there doing nothing. So that's how he he's waiting for UN. At the end of the day, now he's waiting for Nigeria to give him Biafra. He's waiting for UN to give him Biafra, just sitting down. Now I was asking, okay, even if Even if Nigeria maybe in a way has gagged him and stopped him, why not go to exile? Why not resort to government in exile? Why not go out there and join people in diaspora to do something? But it wouldn't want to do that. It's there waiting for UN. Now somebody come up doing something, begin to put up for narrative. So those old prophets that we have. You know about the old prophets in the Bible. You know how how he tried to corrupt the young prophet, and that led to the death of that young prophet. But this time around, it's not going to be that way. It's not going to be that way. So, my brother, go ahead, and God bless you for me.
Yes, bless you too for coming.
I
To
dropped
join
my
us.
mic. I dropped the mic here.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Also, I am rounding up because this is the last video I want to play for today until we continue from the other time. So, when you are watching this video of Obatobi, what I see, he's telling you that all he cares for is togetherness, is what he cares for. That's why you come to Finland, is to do what? To come and issue what? Peaceful redeclaration of a lost nation. Not for you to come to Finland and look and wine and dance and you went back, like what many other people believed. So look at someone you are hugging, Chiamaka, and I'm asking you, you never believe in what he asked you to do. And also, whether I like it or not, Obatobie knows you very well. He knows you what? Very, very well. So my fellow Biafrans, because of my time, we are going to draw it here. Well, we'll continue. We will continue because we are not going to say what we are doing until we achieve recognition on the way to Biafra homeland. And what we are doing, if not for this open mic, you know what we do? We base all our program on the research so that you can understand that what we are doing today, that people have gone through that road before, that we are not the first, neither are we going to be the last people that have achieved their nation through this way. And those have also proved to you that UN cannot come if you're an organization like IPOB unless you prove that you have a government structure. Did the IPOB have a government structure? The answer is no. So my people, we're going to draw the curtain. But before I draw the curtain here, I want to refresh your mind by giving you this message so you can use this and keep in your mindsets.
When a recognized government in exile, GIE, explicitly and publicly disassociates itself from an independent or non-compliant military faction, it creates a formal legal barrier under international law. This process, often referred to as disavowal or distancing, has critical legal implications for both the GIE and the military group. 1. Immunity from state responsibility for the GIE. Under the International Law Commission, ILC, Articles on Responsibility of States for Internationally Wrongful Acts, specifically Articles 4 to 10. No attribution, a state or recognized government is generally held legally responsible for acts committed by its armed forces. By formally making a declaration of distance, the GIE establishes that the military group is not acting as an organ of the state or under its direction and control. Article 8. Protection against liability. If the non-compliant military group commits war crimes, damages foreign property, or conducts illegal blockades, the GIE cannot be held legally liable or financially accountable in international courts, such as the ICJ or Permanent Court of Arbitration. 2. Legal status of the military group, total loss of combatant immunity. By disavowing the military faction, the GIE deprives them of any claim to official state authorization. Reclassification as illegal non-state actors. The military leaders and fighters are classified strictly as an independent non-state armed group, NSAG, or insurgent force. Loss of combatant privilege. True combatants under international humanitarian law, IHL, have immunity from prosecution for lawful acts of war, such as standard combat. Without recognition or alignment with the declared state authority, their actions, e.g., carrying weapons, detaining individuals, firing on targets, are viewed under domestic and international law as unauthorized violence or unlawful acts. 3. Diplomatic and financial consequences domain. Impact of GE distancing, asset and sanctions control. Host nations and foreign governments will legally isolate the non-compliant group. Financial assets held abroad remain accessible only to the recognized GIE, while the military group faces freezing of funds and targeted sanctions. Arms embargoes and logistics. Under the Arms Trade Treaty, ATT, states may only lawfully supply weapons to recognized sovereign entities or authorized forces. Disavowed military groups become subject to international arms embargoes, making any weapons transfers to them an illegal trade. Criminal liability and ICC jurisdiction. While the military group remains bound by Common Article 3 of the Geneva Conventions, its leaders lose any political shield. If they engage in conflict, their commanders face individual criminal responsibility before host nation courts or the International Criminal Court, ICC, for illegal warfare or war crimes. Summary. When a government in exile distances itself from an uncooperative military force, it insulates its own diplomatic standing and legal liability while stripping the military faction of legitimate status, effectively legally reducing that faction to an isolated non-state armed group operating without international or legal backing.
I hope you're listening for those who are inside Bush calling Netanyahu and Donald Trump. That those that are inside Bush calling Netanyahu, Donald Trump, calling international community, UN. Look at how everything is being played out. Please, I want to do this generally to everyone in comment section, please. Starting from OZ, that I did not mention your name, Mommy Margaret, who is in Finland, that even went out of our peaceful declaration. The day of our peaceful declaration, she was there live and direct. She also signed for the name of our country. So I will thank you, Mama, for being here also. And I thank you also for being in Finland to protect the mandate and stand with Abato be also the good guy. So I greet everyone. Sunday, everyone in the comment section, I greet all of you. Thank you so much for being here today. Until we see again tomorrow. Tomorrow we will come earlier before another thing. So I thank you for being here. Remember Obato Obie. Remember Simon Ekpa Njoku. Remember what is passing through because of Biafran people. Pray and let something good happen. I am only going to use the video to end the program. You see how it help everybody? It help everybody, no separation. And that thing is making me start. We will come back and start making money. So that is where we are drawing the program. So please, thank you for being here, all of you. I thank you. For those who are asking me for how to get the ID cards, the ID card for those in homeland certificate, please contact this number +97 33 60 51 337. I repeat, contact on this number +97 33 60 51 337. Contact me on that WhatsApp number. I will send you the link. Those on our WhatsApp group, the links are always there, please. Thank you so much. From me, from here, it is good night to you all. Thank you. We move.